here. This is what happens when I don't really feel like doing art fight. I am jumping straight into, we're playing Zelda today. So, I need to set the stream as a Zelda, because at the moment it's just set for art, and I did not change the title. I gave up. I decided to just not do art today. But I didn't change the title or anything. I did not bother. I was like, nope, fuck it. I'll fix it now. Is YouTube.
So cute.
Hello. I was originally planning for your attack to be the first thing I did today, Red, and then I had a really bad day, so I decided we are not doing art fight today. I simply do not have the energy. I also got several attacks, so I'll probably, like, have to do revenges tomorrow, but that's completely fine. I think I'd go insane if I wasn't streaming, to be honest. I'm still just gonna keep the art fight description, I think. But, you know. It's whatever. Yeah, I don't feel like I want to do any art, otherwise that's probably what I would do too, but... I just had a long day. Like a really long day. This is the 4th day we're playing Twilight Princess, right? What even is this video? Oops. Didn't mean to open it. I still can't believe I forgot to, like, edit the first vid of Twilight, or I forgot to hit record when we first started playing Twilight Princess, and now I'm gonna have to go back and edit that at some point, but I don't know when I'm gonna do that, so I just need to do it at some point before I finish the game. That way, whenever I finish, I can have nice little chapters. I got stuck, so work sucked because, well, I came in this morning and it was like, what the fuck is going on? Because I came in and it was just like shit everywhere. I was like, it looked like everybody had literally just dropped and left, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So we came in, I saw all the kits were still not, like, nothing was delivered. There were kits that were just partially audited, just sitting on the desk. I was like, something's not right. Like, I was like, I checked my email, didn't see anything weird in my email, so I messaged boss and I said, hey, was there did everybody leave early because of the storm last night? Because I assumed maybe they had a power outage or the internet went out or something yesterday after I had left. Because of course, I did have 2 emergency alerts for dust storm warnings, and I was like, it did get really rainy and really stormy, so I was like, oh, maybe something happened. Maybe they all got sent home because they had lost power or something. No, there was a fire on the fabrication side, and they all had to evacuate because nobody knew how to put out the fire. I guess it was something from the grind shop again. So there was a fire on the fabrication side. Everybody evacuated. It was to the point where one of my guys left his backpack, because that's of course what you need to do when you have a fire. You don't grab your personal belongings and leave. You leave. You don't know if you're going to get in any kind of danger. You don't want to risk getting hurt. You just leave. So he did the appropriate thing. He didn't grab his bag. He just left. As a result, we came in and we found everything just left behind because, they had to evacuate the building. So that meant we spent the better half of the morning just trying to get cleaned up and try to finish everything from the previous day. And the production team wasn't really affected by this, so they still kept coming over and asking for stuff. And at one point I delivered one of the kits that when they were done, and he was like, oh yeah, I was told that we didn't get our kit today. I said, yeah, because everybody got evacuated from the building and the guys who normally would be auditing it had to leave. We all got evacuated, which meant they didn't finish what they needed to. It meant we had so much rollover. Normally we don't have rollover, we get everything done. And it's funny because company standard is actually not 24-hour turnaround. It's I can't remember if it's 48 or if it's 3, it's either 48 hours or it's a 3-day turnaround. I'm not sure. I think it's a 3-day turnaround. Our site specifically holds ourselves to the standard of a 1-day turnaround. So if we have any rollover, anything that doesn't get done in day 1, we make it a point to make that a red. That's bad for us, So it was just a really long day. I didn't get officially caught up until probably it was close to 10 o'clock, because I remember looking at the clock and going, oh shit, it's already 5 minutes till my meeting, because my daily meeting's at 10 a.m. So I was like, shit, it's almost time for my meeting. I said, I finished just in time for this meeting. And that meant I did some of my daily stuff. I still had to pull the logistic numbers for our meeting in the morning at 8:30 and that kind of thing. But I did that, didn't go through the paperwork. I just counted how much we needed. There's one stack of paperwork. I have to count out how much we pulled for shortages. That requires me to look at the paperwork. That part I got done. However, I didn't go through and scan the paperwork into the system, which is fine. I just had that stack of paperwork sitting on my fucking desk all day, and I was like, okay, whatever. I did my numbers, sorted the paperwork, didn't even sort the paperwork, just left the stack on my desk, and then I wrote up the numbers on the meeting board, and then I got back to just trying to audit and get these kits out, because production needs these to start their builds. They expected to have them this morning, now we're behind, blah, blah, blah. It was to the point where boss even said, don't worry about cycle counts until after we get caught up. Once we finish yesterday's stuff, then we will start today's stuff, including cycle counts. So I completely skipped cycle counts this morning, because me and my mom were both the ones, the last people auditing, because we picked the biggest ones to audit, which we still did it, honestly, faster than what the usual standard is. We audited these pretty quickly. No big deal. We got everything done right around 10 a.m. So it got to the point I told inventory control, hey, these 2 are already done auditing. You should probably just give them mine and Bob's cycle counts. At this point, if you want to get things done, you should just give them the cycle counts. He's like, oh, no, I've still got your accounts. I said, I know, but I'm not going to be done auditing for a while. And you should probably just, give it to somebody else, just make them do the counts, that way they get done, because they can't technically start picking for the day until the counts are all actually counted, which makes perfect sense. You don't want to start picking parts if something that is being picked happens to be something that's on cycle counts, because then you didn't even do a first count before you started pulling from that stock, And so eventually he's like, yeah, he's like, yeah, let me have them do that, because I told him, I was like, if you don't have them do that, they're going to start picking. they're just going to start picking, and you don't want that. You do not want that. But I also can't break away and do the audit because I've already started the audit, so I need to make sure I get it done. So I did. We did that. And then I went straight from finishing up my audits. The guys were starting to deliver the kits for me. Thank God they did that, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to deliver until after lunch. Got stuck in my meeting. I get into my meeting, and for some reason, my keyboard decides it does not want to work anymore. No idea why. I did nothing. Why the fuck is my keyboard not working? So I was like, okay, I'll just rob the keyboard from the computer next to me temporarily, just until IT gets here, because I messaged IT, told him, hey, my keyboard's not working. I said, do we have batteries? Maybe it's dead. And then I realized, no, there's a little light on my keyboard that says that its battery is full. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's not the battery. So I plug in the wired keyboard from the computer next to mine, and it still doesn't work. And I'm like, well, shit, what the fuck? And this is all while I'm in a meeting, actively in a meeting on Teams. And then I go into this Teams meeting, and I'm like, okay, I can't access SAP. I'm like, okay, let me restart the computer. Maybe it just needs a restart, then it'll it'll use the keyboard. So I switch my meeting to my phone, plug in my work headset onto my phone, and they ask me a question, and my mic isn't working. I've learned this recently, where for whatever reason, Teams doesn't like to register my phone mic at all, like, on the headset. The headset works just fine, clearly, because it's the same one I use on the computer. But if I plug it into my phone, it doesn't fucking register, and at one point, I just couldn't hear anything they were saying. I could see the little icons lighting up, I could tell they were talking, couldn't hear a word they were saying. So I was like, great, okay, so what the fuck? Clearly the connection's just not working. It's a brand new fucking phone, so it's not a problem with the phone, or at least you would hope it's not a problem with the phone. So I just ended up just disconnecting from the call while I was getting reset up on the computer next to me, because thankfully nobody sits at that computer regularly. My backup does sit there, not while I'm here. Like, when I'm gone, he sits at mine, because mine's just objectively better computer. He has everything set up, whatever. So I get set up on the computer next to me just so I can temporarily have a meeting. I get signed back into the meeting, and I say, can you hear me now? And they said, yes, we can hear you now. I said, cool. I was having the most crazy tech issues, so I wasn't able to answer. And while I was fighting the whole mic issue before I disconnected from the Teams call, they'd asked that question they'd asked me. I had messaged in the chat, which not everybody who's in the meeting is actually in the call. It was something about crates, shipping crates. He had asked a question to me about, do you know if this part number is actually used? Like, why isn't it issued? So I told him, hey, yes, it is something I think it is something we use. Boss came over while I was still in the meeting, while I was fighting with the computer. I had just got set up on the other one. He's like, I said, nothing is going right for me today. Like, so everything I can't catch a break. He goes, yeah, why are you messing with my crates? I said, oh, no, I wasn't messing with the crates. They asked me a question about it. They were like, what? He's like, what part number is it? I said, it's like this is something, KL, whatever. And I was like, I don't remember exactly. He's like, okay, I just need the part number then. And I said, I'm not worried about it. I was like, they were just asking why it wasn't issued. And I told him I figured it was probably just not, like, it probably just hasn't shipped yet. That's probably why the crate is not issued, which I was completely correct. Eventually, I did finally find time towards the end of my day, like maybe 20 minutes before I left. I finally looked up the part number, figured it out, and I was like, okay, yeah, it looks like we just received some of these today. And I was like, okay, maybe this tool hasn't shipped. So I just messaged boss. I was like, it's this part number. I'm pretty sure I'm assuming this job hasn't shipped. He said, yeah, we were waiting on the crate for it. I said, yep, perfect. That's what I figured. That's what I ended up telling them when I was able to get my mic back. So finally got all that sorted, get out of my meeting around 10:40. By that point, I've already got people looking for shortages that I haven't pulled because nothing is pulled. While I was in this meeting, I was frantically trying to receive some parts that were like, so I'm not part of the receiving team, but we have like a cable shop that's recent to our site. Like we now are making cables in-house because our suppliers are failing us. And these cables go through inspection, and then I have to receive them off of work orders separate from the receiving team. They put them on this work order rack, which conveniently, the desk that I was then moved to because my computer wasn't working was within arm's reach of this rack where they put the work orders that need to be received. And I knew one of them was hot. They were asking about it literally yesterday, and I just got so slammed busy yesterday, which totally valid because once I counted the shortages, I picked 98 shortages yesterday. That's not normal. Our average is maybe 40 to 50, not 90. So at least I was completely justified. I was completely correct in believing we were just insanely busy yesterday, because holy fuck, yes we were. And that was without second shift being able to finish doing any shortages at night, because obviously they got evacuated. They didn't even finish their normal stuff. He did a couple high pile shortages, things that I had to leave in the bin for him, and then a hot shortage that came in, like, apparently right around the time I left. And I'm just like, everything just kept going wrong. Next thing you know, it's 10:45, my meeting has ended, I haven't ordered lunch, I was too busy trying to do these hot shortages for these cables I had just received. There's issues here, issues here, issues here. I'm like, oh my god, can we shut up? Just let me breathe. Meanwhile, I'm stuck with this computer that, because this isn't the normal computer I use, it's got all the wrong settings, so the printer is set up for double-sided paper instead of one-sided. I can't use double-sided. The shortages have to be one shortage per page. It's, like, super fucking annoying. So I printed my shortages. They were double-sided, so I had to throw them away, reprint them with single-sided paper, and then I had to, like, go back, figure out which shortages were hot. Meanwhile, I've got somebody comes over here for something. I said, I'm still trying to get caught up. Like, I'm trying to get caught up. Like, I know you need parts. Like, I get it. But, like, we're still behind because of the fire yesterday. Like, you're just gonna have to chill. The next thing you know, it's 11 o'clock. I'm like, I am in the middle of something. I'm assuming these parts for this one team is always hot. So I'm, like, trying to get these done before I go to lunch. Finally go to lunch. I haven't ordered anything. I was like, okay, I got the brownies in my bag that I thankfully remembered when I got home yesterday to throw into my bag. So I had brownies. That was my lunch. Brownies. Just brownies. No actual food, just brownies. Which is fine. I needed those brownies. But, like, my god. Meanwhile, because we had that fire yesterday, the building was hot as hell. Humid as hell. So the AC is barely working. Our side has an AC that just fucking... It's awful. We finally got an approval to, like, get another AC unit on our side of the building. Thank fucking god. But it hasn't been installed yet, obviously, because this approval just came in recently. So, because the sprinklers went off yesterday, it was humid as hell in the building. Plus, it also rained yesterday, so it was just humid outside a little bit. More than normal, anyway. Monsoon season, I know. But, like, we're going through this whole day. I'm sweaty as fuck. Because it's hot and humid in this building. There's a fan behind me. I got so busy I didn't even think to turn it on. I had bought this fan like 2 or 3 years ago because we keep every single year consistently having our AC break down every fucking summer. It's Arizona. We need the fucking AC. So I brought in a fan. Everybody uses it. We just leave it on the desk. Whatever. I kept forgetting to turn it on. I eventually did once I got settled in. By the way, the issue with my computer, IT never came and figured it out. They did not come check on me at all, despite me saying I'm literally using a different computer because my computer is not working. Like, you need to help me out. I need the fucking computer. The put-away guy comes in at noon. He's like, I tell him about, like, I fucking hate this computer. Like, I don't want to be at this computer. I don't like this. And he's like, what's wrong with your computer? I said, oh, the keyboard is just not registering. And I tried a different keyboard and it wasn't working. So clearly it's not the keyboard. He goes, oh, so it's the keyboard? I said, I don't think it is, because the computer, I restarted it. It didn't respond to the keyboard. It didn't even, like, before I had restarted the computer and got completely locked out, it even didn't show my keyboard as, like, part of the fucking devices, you know? It just showed my barcode scanner and my mouse, but not my keyboard. So I was like, he just fucked with it. All it was is just, like, it's a wireless keyboard, right? So it's got that little fucking plug-in. That's all it was! He just moved the plug-in to a different slot and it fucking worked. That was it. Like, what the fuck? I was fighting with this computer during a meeting for, like, 15 minutes. It was that simple. But I was so stressed from the day, I didn't even think about moving that stupid little fucking plug. That's all it was! It was just a fucking plug-in. And I messaged IT and I said, we got it figured out, it's working again. Like, bro, why didn't you fucking come over here and deal with this? Like, I needed IT, I didn't have a fucking computer, and you didn't come and help me? And then I spent the last 2 hours of my shift just trying to get caught up, because I only had 2 hours to pick shortages. I busted that shit out, and I did fucking great. But my god, why is it the days that I'm so busy are the days I get all the big shit? I had to pick 8 fucking panels. These panels are like 6 or 7 feet long. 8 of these fuckers. They're not the heaviest, but they suck. Pick 8 of those on a cart, drag them over. As the guy's unloading them, I say, I gotta get some stuff with the pallet jack. I go over, got a pallet jack, moved this pallet of these 2 big heavy-ass fucking boxes to a different team, said, I gotta go back and get your other pallet because you need 2 more of these, go back, get that, come back, deliver that, and then grab the cart now that they've emptied it, bring it back, and then go keep doing more shortages, going round and round and round. I just was running around the building all fucking day. Meanwhile, I was sweating my ass off. To the point where I got hot enough that I ended up just, like, having to put my hair up in a ponytail. That's not something I normally do. I don't like having my hair up, but I got so sweaty I fucking needed to. It was miserable. And I'm just like... the day just kept getting worse and worse and worse, worse and worse. And then the second shift guy who left his backpack yesterday, he came in early. I'm assuming boss told him, like, hey, if you want to come in early, you can. Because I said to boss earlier, I was like, hey, do you have his number? And he's like, yeah, why? I was like, oh, because Cordell says this is his backpack. Just tell him it's in my filing cabinet drawer. You know, Lead found it on the cart, whatever. So, no big deal. So, I only knew he was there because he came in and, of course, claimed his bag from my filing cabinet. No big deal. But, like... it just kept getting worse. I kept having to fill everybody in once we got in, because I was in there, me and inventory controller there earliest. Lead comes in at like 6 a.m. Well, he actually comes in like 10 minutes early, so he's like, at 5:50 he's in, and then he's like, he just looks around and he goes, what the fuck happened? I'm like, hey, yeah, I already messaged boss. He said there was a fire in Fab last night. He's like, oh. I'm like, yeah, you know, a fire. So that's why he's like, okay, well, at least we know that they weren't just not doing their job, because, you know, the first thing I see when I walked into the warehouse was I saw that the recycle bin wasn't emptied. Not only that, it had a bunch of, like, wood from a pallet or a crate they uncrated, which I realized I knew what that crate was immediately. I look over, I see that crate is sitting there with all 4 of them. I was like, oh, okay, here's the shortages. So I messaged the person who needed them, and first thing in the morning, and I said, hey, because of that fire last night, they didn't have enough time to actually put away all of the big shit, so there's a bunch of pallets blocking the way. I said, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get you these parts, because I can't even get them out of the warehouse. So he eventually he came in and he's like, so where are they at? And I was like, oh, they're over here. I said, I'm sure you could see why I can't get them out to you. And he's like, oh, I'll just bring over, they've got this, like, cart. It's like a big heat exchanger, like, fucking massive heavy part. He's like, I'll just bring, like, the cart. They have a specific little cart they put these heat exchangers on when they're moving them through their area. So he's like, I'll just have my guy come over and bring the heat exchanger cart over, and we'll just load them up and just take them as we go. And I was like, perfect. I'll just dispose of the crate later. When we have space after the put away guy is here, it starts putting away all the big shit, you know. And it's just, like, it just kept going and going and going. Every time somebody new came in around 6 o'clock, I just, like, the receiving girl who used to be a picker, she comes in and she's like, what is going on? And I was like, oh, you know, there's a fire in Fab, like, catching everybody up every time, just repeating myself. I had to tell each of the pickers as they came in. They come in normally and they would grab their paperwork for their cycle counts and then start doing their cycle counts. But inventory control kept the counts near his desk. I just had to catch each of the pickers as they came in, say, don't worry about cycle counts. We have to catch up on yesterday. There was a fire in Fab. They got evacuated. Just so that they didn't bitch and moan about why didn't second shift do their jobs? Because second shift couldn't. They got evacuated from the building from a fire. Obviously, this one wasn't second shift's fault. Second shift had no control over this whatsoever. Normally, yeah, we have little gripes about things they don't do all the time. This time was completely fucking justified. And it was just a fucking disaster. But it was to the point, too, like, our numbers were higher than normal, like, everything, we didn't have any actual rollover for picks, but we had rollover for all of the audits. There was only 2 kits that got audited. So it's like, you know, it's just... we don't have customers or anything, so when it comes to things not getting done, it's like, why the fuck are you not doing your job? We already know these guys twiddle around on their phones. That's why we have cameras in the warehouse now that we didn't used to have, because we already knew this was a problem. It's just like, the day just kept going. It just kept going! And I'm like, oh my god. But it got to the point, too, the pickers eventually realized, I'm doing the best I can. So, the new girl, poor girl, she has no fucking clue what's going on. IT has this problem of every new person, they keep not getting a fucking login for like 2 or 3 fucking weeks. So she still doesn't have a login. Poor girl's just like, I've been shown how to audit, but I don't have a computer login. I said, just try and see if it'll let you in. We'll figure it out from there. We got it all sorted, but she's trying to ask me questions, but I'm so busy doing my own audits and doing things that I couldn't help her out. Eventually got to the point one of the pickers sat at the desk next to her to audit something else, and he was just helping her and doing all of that. And I'm just like, I was just... unfortunately, I am not a shift lead. I need to stress this. I am not a fucking shift lead, but it gets to the point where I am the go-to for every fucking question, so I can't catch a break. I am sitting here doing the best I can, trying to get my job done, but I'm having a million questions thrown at me, like, what is happening? And I'm just like, oh my god. It's just really, it was such a bad day. This is why I don't want to draw today. Not in the mood to do any art. But, before I switch to Twilight Princess, though, we did get some attacks. Hold on. I got some attacks today. It's like Art Fight community just fucking collectively knew that I was just having a bad fucking day. Because somehow, I just kept I got several attacks today. And I'm just like, did you guys secretly somehow know I'm having the world's worst day? Like, the problem, too, with the IT is that it's not our on-site IT, it's the IT people for, like, overseas. So, it's just a constant issue. We're so used to having this problem over and over and over again. It's so fucking stupid. So we got the two, did we show the two yesterday? We showed Candy and Relic, right? We did, right? I'm assuming we did. I got 3 attacks today. I got this one of Umo, really cool. I really love the pose. I like how, to me, this makes me think of, like, you know that scene in Baldur's Gate where Gale was talking about the magic and the weave, and he's doing these cool hand motions? That's what that's making me think of, and it's really fucking cool. This was the first one I saw this morning, but around the same time that I saw that one, this one was also submitted. I just saw Umo's first because this one has a blurrier or a less easy to tell thumbnail. I couldn't tell who the fuck this was until I clicked it because it's so zoomed in on his eye. But it's really cool. It's really nice to see somebody doing something kind of basically lore related, because dude's got trauma, man. He's got trauma. Yeah, you can do one that's not part of the chain. I'll do our chain tomorrow. I just don't have the energy to do art today. This one I saw not long, it was around the time I left work that I saw this one. I really love the pose of this one. It's really cool seeing people draw Lucius being the king he is. Like, he's got so much character, and I don't see much of him. I also, because I had such a bad day, ended up just going on a small little commission spree, bought a bunch of commissions. Obviously, I haven't paid for any of them yet. I'm waiting for them to send me back the proposal so I can pay for them and that kind of thing. But I reached out to a bunch of people to, like, get commissions in so that I can get more art. Because you know what? I fucking deserve it. And I need it today. I know none of these are going to come back to me today, but I just... You know. So... It's just a day. I told Mom, I was like, I don't know about you, but I don't think we should cook anything at home today. I think we should just, it's all been a day. I should have known. So it's funny. So this morning I leave for work, and yesterday I didn't take the trash to the curb. I was like, I'll do it in the morning. So I took it out this morning. I put it on the curb, and then as we're driving up the street, we noticed that a bunch of the trash cans are open, and we're like, did they somehow collect before we went to work? Because that doesn't make any sense. We're like, why are all the trash cans open? Normally that's a sign that they've come and collected the trash already. I'm like, did we miss the trash pickup? Mom's like, oh no, I think we missed the trash pickup. I said, there's no way. There's no way that they picked up trash before we actually left for work. Like, there's no fucking way they collected it before 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, surely they didn't come and collect trash. They never get it that early. Thankfully, we were right. It was just the wind. It was just the wind. That's the only reason everybody's trash cans were open this morning. It was because of the storm yesterday. And I was sitting here telling her, I was like, maybe it's just because of the wind. No big deal. And then, meanwhile, I was like, we get back in the car after work. I'm like, oh my God, it's been such a day. I was like, I don't know about you. Let's just order food. And then we get in the car, and I'm like, I forgot we still have to go to the fucking post office. I was like, I still gotta drop off the fucking package, man. I still have the package in my car. So we had to make a stop on the way home. After a day like that, I don't think either one of us wanted to stop. Thankfully, it's just a quick stop. We We get there, park, walk in. It's completely fucking empty. It's a small little post office. Not even a post office. It's just like a shipping place. That's all it is. Drop it off. It's literally nobody's there. It's empty. Thank God. So it's just me. I'm the only one there to drop anything off. I'm like, oh, thank God it was quick. I'm like, oh my God. But I almost forgot that I had a fucking package in the car that I needed to drop off. Thank God I put it, like, on the floor by my seat so I didn't forget it was there. It was such a long day. It was like, I think I need Twilight Princess today. I don't have the energy to draw right now. Anyway. The only reason I haven't started playing is because I think it would be really annoying if I was ranting about my bad day as we were recording the game. I'm gonna start recording now. It was just a very long day, so we're just gonna do Zelda. Yeah, it's 69 attacks. We were gonna end that today. I made sure that when we did attack number 67, I was like, I don't want to have somebody come in and make that stupid fuck-ass 6-7 joke. So I did a really overt, right. No! I meant to get off! Epona, let me down! Oh my God. I almost forgot about the fucking wolf. We didn't do this last night. Could you imagine if I forgot to get the fucking shield attack? I actually do need the shield attack. I need the parry before we get to the fucking Gorons. You quite literally need that. I can't just not get it. Oh my God. I mean, you don't need it. Technically, you can completely skip the stone, but... Oh, it's been a day. My brain's not all here. I'd love to get through and beat the Goron mines today. The 6-7 attack, I did an Aranara from Genshin Impact, so it was really quick and easy. It's like a tomato-colored Aranara from Genshin. Quick, easy, it took me... I actually could check it and see right now how long that took. It was very quick. Yeah, see, you don't want to forget the wolf. But that's the thing, too. You can technically just completely skip that stone, can't you? There's gotta be, like, a way to not get the stone. Surely it's not actually a requirement. I mean, I think it is, because don't you need it for the Gorons anyway? Yeah, I completely almost just overpassed this wolf. If I can find attack number 6-7. Where the fuck is 6-7? Oh no, I was wrong. 6-7 was the cotton candy cookie. It wasn't the Aranara. The Aranara was 6-8. Oh, that's true, the mini-boss. Oh god, yeah, that's honestly, yeah. The Aranara took me 11 minutes, by the way. That's how quick it was. I thought I did that one for attack number 67. Although, I guess that does make sense. I wanted to get through attack number 68 as soon as possible. Attack number 67 didn't matter. It was more so the matter of I wanted to make sure 68 was done so that I didn't have 6-7 on my screen. We meet again. You have a little more of the look of a hero than you did before. Do you feel ready to earn your next skill? Very well. But before we begin, I must test you to ensure you have mastered the last skill I taught you, the ending blow. Now then, come at me. But yeah, I wanted to get 6-7 off my screen as quickly as possible, so I picked an Aranara, and according to Clip Studio, it took me 11 minutes to draw that Aranara, so it was a perfect one to pick. Excellent. It appears you are certainly capable of performing my lost art. Very well. My second skill is the shield attack. Let it be hewn into your mind. Yes. I almost said sewn into your mind. That's not the word he says. No matter how well-tempered a blade is, if a foe is clad in armor and bears a shield, the sword will do it no harm. When facing such a foe, you must thrust your shield against the defenses of your enemy, causing the fiend to recoil. Lock onto me, then try it. You have learned so much, so I am sure you can see the moment when you can do a shield attack. Excellent. Open a hole in your enemy's defenses and use your sword to strike without hesitation. Oh, just like in general, right? Not like the stream? You're not saying you can't see the stream, right? I thought you were saying that the stream was not showing anything for the game, and I was like, wait a minute. Oh, our food just got here. And I have my phone on vibrate, so I don't, like, hear it, so I didn't even realize. The shield attack I have just taught can also be used to repel an enemy's projectile attacks. I don't think that's ever actually been useful in this game, I'm not gonna lie to you. Would you practice? Then repel my magical attack with your shield attack. There you go. Perfect. When your enemies assail you with projectiles, this is how you will defeat them with ease. Done. You have learned the second of my hidden skills, the shield attack. But I have 5 more secrets to teach you in time. The path to becoming a true hero is a long one, but once you've grasped all the hidden skills, you shall be worthy of walking it. You must persist on the lonely path of the sword to obtain true courage and earn the strength to conquer the great evils of the world. Do not forget your discipline with the blade before we meet again. Alright, I'm gonna go get my food real quick, because, apparently it's already here. So. BRB. Okay. I just had to grab that from the counter. We didn't know what we wanted to do for dinner, so we just did Chick-fil-A. See, but that's the thing. I feel like whenever I've tried to use Dead Man's Volley, when you try to, like, do the shield attack on the puppet, every time I would do it, it wouldn't work. I always had to parry it with the sword. I never had to parry it with the shield, because every time I tried it with the shield, it didn't reflect back. I don't know if that's just an issue on the GameCube version, but I could swear it never actually worked when I did it on the GameCube version. So. And Mom got me a drink for my food, even though I did not necessarily need a drink. I now have a Dr. Pepper and a Mountain Dew. And I don't think I'll be able to finish both. But yeah, I've never been able to actually use the shield because it just never actually worked in that fight. So it's like, I don't think you ever actually need the shield attack beyond it being helpful in, like, the Goron mines. Oh, no? Oh.
Sparkles emoji, sparkles emoji, sparkles emoji, sparkles emoji, sparkles emoji. Boppity boppity, your shield bash powers is now my property.
The way it reads emojis is really funny. I've always wondered, do you think that King Bulbin tore down the fence just like when he stormed through? Is that why there's no fence in the woods anymore? I'm assuming that's the reason. That's probably the lore reason. This mac and cheese low-key sucks. Whoa. Oh yeah. Is there a bug I can catch here? I'm pretty sure there is. No! Don't run! Chill, girl. I thought there was a light bug somewhere around here. Maybe I'm wrong. Hmm. Yeah, I must be mistaken. I'm just freaking my horse out for funsies. Hello, Cargarock. I never knew what that thing's name was until I looked it up recently. Literally during stream, I looked that up to figure it out. I could have swore there was a bug in this area. Why don't I remember where it is? There is a bug! I was right! Oh, sorry, opponent. I didn't mean to freak you out. Where is it? I just heard it. I know it's here. Where is it? The sparkle. Oh, there it is. Pillbug! I was trying to remember what bug it was! I knew there was a bug! Not that bug, that's an enemy. That's a monster. I'm not talking about the bug that poops bombs. I'm talking about a bug, like an actual bug. You can use those and give them to a girl in Castletown later. And she gives you, like, prizes for it. That's how you get bigger wallets and stuff. This is why I didn't want to get to yesterday I was like, oh, I'll get to Kakariko Village first, and then I remembered, oh, right, I don't want to do that, because then I'll be jumping into this scene before bed. The Pillbug is the hardest one to see, because the Pillbug is so small. This is the exact reason I didn't want to end off in Kakariko Village yesterday, because I did not want to... It would have taken me too long to get through this segment. Not gonna lie, this scene kills me, dude. Colin doesn't realize how courageous he actually is. Like, this kid has no fucking clue. But also, Barnes and King Bulbin standoff is the funniest fucking shit, dude. He said, that's my kid! Let him go! That's my little bro! I'm assuming that's how he sees them. I mean, he's gotta see all these kids as, like, siblings, or, like, he cares about these kids a lot. And you can't jump this gate beforehand, for those who are wondering. You can't jump the gate beforehand, you can't go this way until Bulbin does it first, because he basically, there's like an extra bar up there that it's gone during this. I can assume that maybe the Warthog destroyed it, so you can't, like, get to this field beforehand. It quite literally won't let you. If there's a gate it doesn't want you to jump over with your horse, there'll be an extra bar above it so the horse can't jump it. I know Lizzie knows that. Didn't mean to do that. Not necessary, actually. Ah, bitch. I hate pushing opponent this hard, but, like, it's necessary. Come on. Almost. I know! Just go fuck all on this bitch! It's crazy to me that the Warhogs can jump these things, because these things are fucking huge. I love every aspect of this game, man. It's like... Bye! I was so bad at that when I was a kid. I died a lot in this specific segment, even though it takes literally 2 hits to win. I think little kid me didn't understand. You have to, like, stay head first with him, you know? Because as a kid, you're sitting there thinking, I can't hit him, I don't want to hit him. So you just keep, like, moving back and forth left and right. If you move back and forth, if you keep doing that, you are going to get hit by this guy. That's literally how it works. You have to just face him head on and then turn before he has the chance. You can't just, like, keep going left and right. He's just gonna follow what you're doing and you're gonna get knocked off. It's just how it works. I was so bad at it when I was a kid, though. It's crazy. Is everyone okay? Good. Beth, I'm sorry, you know, for shoving you. Are you mad? I think I finally understand. I understand what my dad meant when he told me I needed to be stronger, like you, Link. He wasn't talking about strength, like lifting stuff. He was talking about being brave. Link, you saved me, didn't you? Are you asking where the kids came from? We got back to the village. They're not in the field, I promise. If this is him taking Colin back to the village. You can do anything. You can do something to help the Gorons in the mines, can't you, Link? Yeah, we got back to the village, don't worry. And I love seeing the character development in this. Like, there's just something so cute. Like, no, we're not on the bridge, I promise. All the kids in general have some really good character development, especially with this scene, because they all fucking bullied Colin until this point. And then all the kids, because of this, realize, oh shit, we need to not be mean to this kid. Like, you know, he was always the outsider, but then after this, they're like, dude, he really did that. Especially because Tallow, I feel like Tallow did the thing that you would expect, you would hope kids would do in that situation, run away so they don't get hurt. Beth had the opposite reaction. She had the fear of... she had that instant, like, freeze. She didn't have the flight reaction that Tallow did. She had the freeze. And I like that they had that different reaction, and that Colin had the opposite reaction and actually went to go get Beth. But either way, you know Link would have done the same thing no matter what. He would have went after any of those kids. It doesn't matter which kid it was. Colin is probably the one that's closest to you in terms of, like, that's what the game is kind of driven narratively. But, like, he would have went to go defend any of those kids. That's why he went to go get Tallow when he ran into the woods, because he doesn't want these kids to get hurt. I can't believe Colin... I mean, that was a really brave thing for him to do, huh? Especially since he's such a weakling. He is gonna be alright, right? And Mallow, he hasn't even come to say get well soon. What's he thinking? He said he was gonna get started, and he hasn't come out of that closed-up shop since. Link, could you talk some sense into that kid? Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, I do need bombs, though. Am I able to get bombs at the moment? I can't... Wait, which building is the fucking shop? I don't remember. It's this one, right? Oh yeah, it is. It's this one. The one that has Malo's face on it now. Malo having the exact opposite of character development right here. Hey, you can look at stuff, but don't you dare just take things. That's my valuable merchandise. You want it, you pay for it. I decided to take on this unmanned shop. Buy something, it helps the whole village when you do. I can afford the Hylian shield! I didn't realize I was gonna be able to afford it right away! There's no fucking way! I've been beefing this game so well that I can afford the fucking shield already. Yeah, I'll buy the fucking shield. I see. I suppose I can part with it. Thanks, Malo. Maybe I can't become a hero, but I figure I can help people with heroic business deals. You better work hard, too. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think I'm supposed to be able to afford this at the time I get here, dude. I mean... Are you talking about Malo? Yeah, he kind of, it does look like a baby. Hey, Link. Yeah, no, he's just I just want to talk to you, kid. Time is money. If you're done shopping, then quit wasting both. Bro! Kid? Yeah, he is kind of... He does. He definitely does. He's really tiny even compared to the other kids. The kids are all small, but yeah, he's like Babyface. It's really funny. Malo is, like, iconic. You've probably heard that store doesn't have it, but, or at least not right now, but the, one of the trending sounds for a long time was, on TikTok, was the Malo Mart, which is his store, Malo Mart. I fucking love that it just started randomly popping off on TikTok. I don't think they all have, like, any explicitly stated ages. I think they're all pretty young, but Malo's probably, like, I mean, they're not, he's not like a toddler, I would imagine, but I don't know if there's an estimated age for any of them. Estimated between 4 and 6 is what Google says. But then Zelda Dungeon says 3 to 5. Which doesn't make any sense. Could you imagine if that's a 3-year-old fucking child? I want to know how old he is. Like, I really do. Malo and Talo are, like, based on Milan and Talon, I think. Oh, the mom's name is Pergy? Does it ever actually say that? I didn't know her name was Pergy. I wanted to see if the wiki had any comments about people discussing his age, but it doesn't seem that way. Neo Seeker says Malo is 4, very confidently. Not an age range, just says 4. I think we all can... It does seem like the general consensus is that he's a toddler. Yeah, really, really fun discussions happening on Google about this. I don't know. Yeah, honestly though, just an incredible kid. Like, he's a toddler. Yeah, he's a toddler. It seems like the general consensus is that he's a fucking toddler. He carries a legendary item, but also Johnny, I need you to understand. The shield is not the most iconic part about Malo. The most iconic part about Malo is the fact that somehow, later in the game, so after the Goron mines, there will be a Goron that's stationed at the Malo Mart, and you can donate to him to be able to open up a shop in Hyrule Castle Town. what we don't realize, unless you're, like, paying attention and actually walking around interacting with stuff, that shop that becomes the Malo Mart when you do the donations is, like, some rich fancy pants place that nobody can afford. They don't even tell you the prices in-game, I don't think, because it's, like, way above whatever your max wallet can hold. And it's like, he somehow buys out that place and then makes it into a fucking happy-ass store. So he has 2 stores as a fucking toddler. Like, Malo is more iconic than just the fucking Hylian shield, I can assure you. Is Barnes not here yet? Barnes isn't here yet. There you are. Polish your shoes. Yeah, that's true! You do have to polish your shoes to get into the store. I forgot about that! Where is Barnes? Barnes? Where the fuck are you? Oh, there you are. Hello. Hey now, it's you. Yeah, so I've been thinking about getting things sorted out here so I can go ahead and reopen my shop. Thing is, I can't get the materials I need from the Gorons anymore. Man, I ain't got a clue what to do. Oh, right, I don't actually need the bombs until after the mines, right? That's why he's not open. For some reason, my brain was thinking this was like Ocarina of Time, where I know we don't need bombs, and yet my brain is thinking I need bombs for this dungeon.
So a toddler is running multiple successful businesses in the fucking annual downfall of Hyrule.
What's even funnier, it's not just a toddler, it's a toddler from a fucking farming village. Honestly, peak. Literally could not be better. Oh, I should probably actually equip the iron boots, huh? Oh, nope. Well, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I don't really need the Gale Boomerang here either. Yeah, no. Malo is just, like, iconic. There's a reason everybody loves Malo. He's fucking incredible. Like, what do you mean, this fucking toddler? It's a fucking toddler, bro. Yeah, you mean these guys can't tell I'm wearing fucking iron boots? Oh, you are back again, human. You'll never pass. You cannot hope to match our brute force. We could just pretend that I was going easy last time. You have no idea what you're getting into, buddy. Ha!
What's literally rags to riches at 3 years old? Has quite something for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, big time. Literally incredible. Kind of like how this Link is a fucking ranch boy. He works at a fucking ranch. This is the hero of Twilight, y'all. This is the hero of Twilight. This fucking goofy-ass ranch hand. He works at a ranch. He herds goats for a living. That's his life. And he's honestly, I feel like a really good Link. Twilight Link is really good. Like, this is just, he's just really good. Especially when you consider the fact there's already some incredible feats that he does. Just, we're on the fucking second dungeon, and he's already done some incredible feats. Like, it's already one thing to go chasing into the woods to get these kids from your town because you need to make sure they're safe. Like, he's already, like, so fucking brave. And then you compare this to, like, Skyward Sword, the other game that I grew up with on my childhood. And Skyward Sword, he's just a goofy-ass lazy boy. And this guy's already just built hero just as a fucking ranch hand. He's incredible. I love Twilight Link. And I'm sure he's even better in the manga. I've never read the manga. I think he's my favorite Link. Breath of the Wild comes close. I think the Twilight's probably my favorite iteration of Link, though. Yeah, this is why you need the shield. You can't not have the shield attack. You actually do need it. Oh! Ah! That wasn't even me. I didn't even parry that. That was the fucking No! I keep getting hit! I need to read the manga. Like, bad. Whoa! This looks dangerous. Is this the traditional Death Mountain welcome? That becomes important later. There's no such thing as coincidences here. I think I'm too far away from the ledge. Oh, I know. Her dialogue is, garbled English. It is actually English. It's just, like, garbled. They switch the words around and stuff. So she is saying English words, you just can't understand them because it's all gibberish. Gibberishified. I don't know. Pretty cool, though. I love her. Midna's probably my favorite, like, Zelda character overall. Which is really crazy, because I felt like in Hyrule Warriors, despite her being a playable character, I didn't actually play Zelda, or play Midna as much. Not even Twilight Midna. Less so Twilight Midna. But, I still kind of think I prefer Imp Midna, the current version, than the end game. Ah, nice and hot, just like I like it. What? What is a human doing here? I thought the elders told us not to let humans near the mountain, but I suppose it's no business of mine. Come into the hot spring and refresh yourself, brother. I love that these guys don't give a fuck. Over there, Bass are the best, brother. Nibbling on an evening meal of rock sirloin in the tub is like nothing else. Sitting in a hot spring warms up your body and soul and gradually fills you up with energy, brother. Even Gorons need to cleanse their spirits once in a while. Oh yeah, the Gorons call everybody brother, like, very affectionately. There have been few sumo matches lately. Talk about boring, brother. I suppose it is because young Gorons these days have no interest in old arts like sumo. And former powerhouse Goron is an elder. There's not much we can do, brother. Yeah, it's really cool. I think that's probably one of my favorite aspects about the Goron. I don't have any particular thoughts about them. I definitely think they're my least preferred race. The only one I prefer less than them is the Deku, just because I just don't care about them. The Deku are cool in design, but I feel like there's nothing really going for them, mostly because they're only really relevant in, like, 2 games, and one of them isn't even, like, actually relevant. Yeah, the Deku shrubs in, Majora's Mask, they're not in this game at all. It's one of the masks that you can wear in Majora's Mask. You get a Deku mask. I don't care about them necessarily. The Zora and the Gorons definitely have more to them than the Deku. But I actually prefer I prefer the Rito over the Deku as well, despite not actually playing Wind Waker, so the only Rito I'm really familiar with is Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which to me are objectively better than Wind Waker's anyway, because when I look at Medley's design compared to the Rito of Breath of the Wild, I definitely prefer the more bird-like Rito than the human with bird feature Rito. I just think bird characters are pretty cool, and also just not something I see much of, so... There's something funny about these guys just pulling sumo fucking poses at me, and then me just going, bump. Oh, yeah. I especially love Rivali's design. Rivali's fucking gorgeous. That's why I really enjoyed, when they made the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, because, I really liked being able to, just the idea of being able to play Rivali. I never finished the game, but I did really like playing him. I wonder what the Rito would look like if they were from Twilight Princess. Like, what would they look like if the Rito were in this game? Because the Zora in this game are fucking gorgeous. I don't know which ones I prefer in terms of visually. I think I do prefer Breath of the Wilds, but I think it's just because they have more variation in color. This game does have some really gorgeous Zoras, but the problem that they have is that there's no unique NPCs for them aside from the prince. He's like the only actual unique Zora, and so I just don't feel like they're as strong of a character design. But the Zora in this game are pretty fucking cool. Enough! Yeah, I would hope so. This young one's such an imposing enemy that you must all gang up on him. I think not, little brothers. I am a Goron elder, little human. I'm called Goron. Because of certain circumstances, I must leave the Goron tribe in place of Darbus, our tribal patriarch. Tell me, little human, do you come from the village below? You have done well to come this far. You are strong for a human. However, the mines beyond here are sacred to my tribe. Outsiders are not allowed, unless... I could make an exception, but you would have to beat me in a contest of power. Are you willing to try that, little human? Of course. I will. I haven't eaten my fucking sandwich, bro. My sandwich low-key looks like shit. I'm about to have the most disgusting Chick-fil-A for dinner. Well, at least he doesn't, like, strip down this time. Oh, I forgot to put the boots on. You can't put the boots on when you're actually in the ring, and I forgot that it fucking throws you in the ring the minute you say yes. Your body is skinny, brother, and so you are too light. You do not stand a chance. Try again later, brother. I forgot to put the boots on. Hey, what is it? You want to try again? Retreat! I can't believe I forgot to put the fucking boots on, dude. I should have done that. I already knew how this scene went down, and I still didn't put the fucking boots on. I'm dumb. Also, I told Mom to order me a sandwich with a tomato added, and it's just a regular chicken sandwich. They didn't add my tomato? Yeah, it literally says on the package, no pickle, add tomato, and they didn't put the fucking tomato on my sandwich, bro. What the fuck? How dare they? It's just a plain ass chicken sandwich now. Bro. You think you are tough, do you? Let's find out. Mm-hmm. At least it's not just me, Lizzie. My god. Young warrior, you have a strong will and sharp eyes. Bro, how the f did you do that? You can lay a fucking hand on me! Oh my god! And traits, want to see how well you can use them? I was so bad at this against Bo! How the fuck did I do that? Oh my god. Yeah, the Zelda game, Elliot. The Zelda game. Bro. Behold the power of my chicken sandwich that I just bit into before I did that. Wow. You've seen it, I would bet. The mountain erupting without pause. When the mountain began to rage, all four of us elders in Darbus, our patriarch, went inside to investigate its anger. We have a treasure that was entrusted to us by the spirits, and we must protect it. Do you understand? But the moment Darbus reached out and touched the treasure, everything went wrong. He collapsed, and before our very eyes transformed into an unspeakable monster. He began to rage throughout the mines, trailing ruin behind him, and the eruptions grew more frequent and more severe. We used all of our strength to seal him deep inside the mountain. It grieved us to do this to our patriarch, but we had no other course of action. I ask this favor of you, young warrior. Go to the aid of Darvis. Make no mistake, the spirits have guided you here. I, Kokoron, need your help. On behalf of my entire clan, I ask you for your aid. You two, let the young warrior pass. Zelda is honestly probably one of my favorites as well, which is funny because I'm a big Kirby girly. You would think that would be more my style. But as much as I love Kirby, in terms of like replayability and story, it's definitely Zelda. Like, granted, I don't care as much for like the games that I haven't played. I haven't just played some of them because I don't have the consoles, but because I just don't have the desire to play some of them. But the ones I have played, I really love them. I'd say in terms of story, Twilight Princess is definitely my favorite. Beyond that, I love Skyward Sword, and I love Breath of the Wild, and I love Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't finished Tears of the Kingdom. I've gotten through most of it. Those ones to me are like the cores of the franchise, but I also really enjoyed Hyrule Warriors. I know most people did not like Hyrule Warriors. I liked it. I thought it was good. I also think it was just fun to have the crossovers of all the different games. I love Majora's Mask. I don't care for Ocarina of Time. It's not that great to me. I love The Link Between Worlds. That one's really good. I don't remember much of it now. Spirit Tracks is one of my favorites. It's really good. Really fun. Never played Wind Waker. I should play it at some point. I'm sure I would enjoy Wind Waker. I just haven't played it for whatever reason. Oh yeah. The original Hyrule Warriors is really fun. I love that game. Majora. That's Majora. Mines are full of traps. Well placed to protect the treasure from thieves. Worse than traps, since the eruptions began, foul creatures of all shapes have settled into every corner of the mines. Getting to the Patriarch's location will not be easy. I would prepare your blade, young warrior. Yeah, Majora it uses the same, engine and a very similar world map to Ocarina. And most of the characters are characters you see in Ocarina as well. There's a few exceptions, like the fact there is no Zelda or Ganondorf in that game. And there's like an extra race that gets included in Majora, because Ocarina of Time did not have the Garo, but I think it's theorized that the Garo are probably the Sheikah of Termina, because you don't have any Sheikah in there, so. That's true. I mean, technically speaking, the Ganondorf of Twilight Princess is kind of the same one from Ocarina, right? Like, isn't that directly stated that he is the same guy? That's what the whole thing with the sages was. Like, it's just the same Ganondorf. I do think it's a little unfortunate, I guess, that there is no Gerudo people in this game. That's the one gripe that I have, I think. Oh yeah, this Ganondorf is significantly better than Ocarina's. I think they are the same guy, but I think visually speaking, this Ganondorf has a much better design, and I think he's just... Whew, he's way, way better. Easily my favorite Ganondorf design, hands down. However, I do really like the original Hyrule Warriors as well. That Ganondorf has a really great design. Oh yeah, big time. Big glow up, for sure. I think this Ganondorf is easily the best Ganondorf design. However, I will say Tears of the Kingdoms is also really good. I like how Tears of the Kingdom reminds me of the design of the Hyrule Warriors Ganondorf, because I do really love that Ganondorf design. I think I'm just a sucker for the big, fluffy fucking hair. Like, I don't know, there's just something good about it. But at the same time, it's weird. I'm a sucker for that big, thick, fluffy hair, And yet, that's completely the opposite of what this Ganondorf has. This Ganondorf doesn't have big hair like that, but I love him. He's incredible. And he's not even really in the game that much. He's still my favorite, though, because he's just, even though he's not really, you don't see him much on screen, he's, like, the best. By Smash potential. See, my brain doesn't work like that, so... Visually speaking, Twilight Princess is my favorite. Tears of the Kingdom is really good, though. I should get... I haven't fought him in game, so... I mean, I'm sure I've seen a glimpse of it, but... I haven't actually seen it in game. I've seen the... I don't remember what they're called. The one, like, when you beat the Gloom Hands, the one that shows up, that's, I'm assuming, not what you're talking about. But I've seen that. I don't think I've ever actually fought the boss. See, I've never played Wind Waker, so I don't really know anything about the Wind Waker Ganondorf, but I do know his design because I remember there being a sticker of it in Smash Bros. Brawl, and I do love that design. I fuck with that design. It's really good, especially for that, like, Toon Link's era. Most of the designs, I feel like I prefer the older Link designs. I think they're just better, but Ganondorf's design goes really well, especially with the art style, so... Good night, Johnny. Yeah, I just, for whatever reason, never played it, you know? I think it's just because I had Twilight Princess because of my brother. It was probably my brother's game. And I don't know if he necessarily would care for Wind Waker. I don't think he cared for the Toon-style games, you know? I think in terms of, like, story-wise, this is my favorite. Enemy design-wise, like, just the generic enemies, I like Skyward Sword the most. And also just NPCs. I love the NPCs in both this game and Skyward Sword, and it's hard for me to pick between the two. Because they both have some really, really good NPCs and very good immersive world building to them. And boss design-wise, Twilight Princess, for sure. Skyward Sword has some good bosses, but it also has that problem of there's too many repetitive bosses in that one, whereas you do, you fight Girahim, like, 3 times. You fight the Imprisoned 3 times. Do I think it makes sense narratively? Yes. Do I necessarily like it? Not particularly. I do think it's a little bit annoying that you have to fight the same enemy multiple times. I do understand the repetitiveness, but I do understand from a narrative standpoint it does make sense, and I never actually had a gripe with it when I was playing it growing up. So... at least when it came to the repetitive fights, they got more interesting. Girahim is the one that I don't necessarily care for. His fights are a little bit annoying. I think I have the opposite opinion of others, though, because I think most people, when they think about the repetitive fights in Skyward, most people hate the Imprisoned. And I feel like I don't mind the imprisoned as much as I mind Girahim. I feel like Girahim's just got very annoying. Because then when it came to the time that you were doing the Thunder Dragon stuff, I didn't like having to run into Girahim 3 fucking times. But I didn't mind the imprisoned. I mean, yeah, that makes sense too. Wind Waker does look childish, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it necessarily. Ah, I thought I felt a presence, but what a surprise to find a young human. Word has come to me of you, and if Gorkoron has faith in you, then your heart must be true. I am one of the 4 Goron elders. Goromoto is my name. You're a heroic young human. Please, you must lend this tribe your power. That is one of the key shards that, when merged together, form the key to the room where Darbus is being held. He is our patriarch. The key is split into 3 pieces. Each of us elders keeps a piece. You must hurry to the other elders. I love seeing the old Gorons. I think that was the problem with Ocarina, is Ocarina, all of the Gorons were the same, right? You didn't really see any kids or old Gorons in that game from what I remember. I could be wrong, but I don't remember much about Ocarina because it did not stand out to me. I think for the most part, to me, Ocarina feels overhyped. Oh right, I forgot I can't actually use my sword in here. Phew! Free at last! Gracious, you're that nice fellow who helped me out the other day. How nice to see you again. Well, now that we found each other again, let's stick together for a bit, I'll be right here with you, so if you want to warp out, just let me know. Well, he doesn't have that crazy-ass expression he did the first time, so... Hello. At some point, I need to draw my, my Sona. I need to draw her with Link's outfit as, like, a PNG tuber. Well, maybe I guess it doesn't have to be. Well, no, actually, that would be fun. Having a PNG tuber, it doesn't even have to be Song. It could be any of them. Having a PNG tuber dressed in the hero's tunic for Zelda sounds like a great idea, considering Breath of the Wild. Whenever I start playing Breath of the Wild more on stream, that one's going to take a while. So having a PNG tuber unique to those streams sounds like a great idea. I contemplated getting doing a PNG tuber for you know how we did like the Kirby Find Con? I was considering doing something like that for when we do Kirby games on stream. But there's not very many of them that I can do, so... Actually, I guess there is a couple. There's Return to Dreamland, Forgotten Lands, and Star Allies. I want to play Mass Attack again, but I also don't know where my 3DS is. It's somewhere. I don't remember where my DS is. Where the fuck is my 3DS? It's probably floating around somewhere. And not even just the matter of finding the 3DS, where's my games? They're just in, like, a case somewhere. I guess... I think I know maybe where they are, but I haven't touched them in so long, I don't know for sure. I think this is probably my least favorite part of this dungeon. I fucking hate the, traveling on the ceiling. It just feels disorienting for me. And also, it's just horribly slow. That is a pretty normal feeling, I think. See, I've never played that specific one, because that's Super Mystery Dungeon, right? I've never played that specific Mystery Dungeon, so I don't know anything about it. I don't remember if it's got good or bad reviews. I just know the Explorer series is the best one. Gates to Infinity? Yeah, I've never played Gates to Infinity. I'm actually not sure why I've never gotten Gates to Infinity. I'm sure I would like it. If it's got even remotely similar narrative to Explorers and for the first Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I would probably like Gates to Infinity. I just never played it for whatever reason. I will say, this is probably my least favorite dungeon in the whole game. I do still like the dungeon design. It's probably my least favorite one. It's just not as fun to explore as the others, so replayability is not there. I feel like a lot of people have that with Arbiter's Ground specifically. I actually like that dungeon a lot more than this one, visually and just replayability-wise. Yeah. I have no idea why this dungeon is like this. Yeah, see, growing up, I always hated the Lakebed Temple, and I was like, you know, I feel like I was just dumb. When it comes to replaying the game, though, when I was older, I actually found that I preferred Lakebed over this one. Especially visually. Like, at least Lakebed actually looks good. I feel like this one, it's just kind of like, there's nothing going for it, you know? I did not need to fall here. But I do think that, in general, this one became my least favorite dungeon. I actually prefer Lakebed over this one. The actual prospect of getting to Lakebed is a little bit of a nuisance, I guess, but I don't particularly like swimming with the Zora suit. Skyward also has some good dungeons that I really love. Like, I really like, I think the Sand Ship is my favorite dungeon in Skyward. Da 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 da! Yeah, this dungeon has no business being as annoying as it is. Oh yeah, Arbiter's Grounds is my favorite. I think that I hated Snow Peak growing up. Like, I hate the dungeon itself. I just sucked at it so bad that I did not like it. But then I made up for it with the final boss. That one, when I replayed it, I realized I fucking love that dungeon's layout, and I like how fun it is to play. Because growing up, I fucking hated that dungeon. I don't know why I hated Snow Peak as much as I did. It really, honestly, it's really good. And it's funny, I actually hate this one more than Lakebed, but generally speaking, in every fucking game, regardless of what series it is, I've never liked the water levels. But I actually think the water level wasn't as bad in here. Oh god, yeah. No, that one's miserable. I fucking hate that dungeon. The Sky Keep? Ugh. Skykeep confuses the fuck out of me for no reason. It has no business being so fucking confusing. Kid me fucking hated that. I still hate it as an adult. That one was not fun to replay when I got the HD Skyward Sword. I was like, I knew I was gonna fucking hate that part. But you know what part I love about Skyward Sword? The fucking second time you go to Eldin, when you're trying to get to the dragon. I fucking love that specific section. That segment is so good. Where you get knocked down because of the fucking eruption. That's so much fun. Not to mention being separated from Vi. Like, you don't have your fucking sword. I definitely think walking on walls is my least favorite part in this whole fucking dungeon. Why is it like this? But, you know, Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess both have the one dungeon that just has some fucking good vibes. And for Skyward Sword, it's the fucking, what is it called? What's the Floria dungeon called again? I don't remember. That dungeon has such incredible vibes. And the boss, what was it, Kalaktos or whatever? Really good. But that vibes of the underground section of that, ugh. Yeah, the Ancient Cistern, that's what it is. God, I loved Ancient Cistern, it's so good. I can't actually disable these guys yet. Ow. What do these guys think they're accomplishing by shooting shit? Like, are we stupid? We are. Ow. I think about how miserable I was at this game and how so many of these sections that pissed me off and were, like, really difficult for me are really not that hard. I was just bad at the game. Ow. Oh, a young human. I am pleased to see you make it this far, brother. I'm one of the 4 elders of the Goron tribe. I'm called Gor Ibizo. You've heard of the plight of our patriarch, otherwise you would not have come to see me. Here, take this, brother. Brother. Now, there's one more shard, but seeing how you has reminded me of the dangers that lie in the path to it. There is something that may help you, a weapon said to have been left in this mine by a hero of old. It is beyond price, and so we have protected it through generations. Now our tribe balances on the brink of ruin. It could aid in our salvation. The hero's weapon is stored safely up ahead. Talk to the guard and take it with you with the blessing of the Gorons. Is he holding a fucking pipe? How have I never realized? Gorambizo is holding a fucking pipe. And I can't zoom in to look at it. I don't remember anything about Ocarina of Time. I'm sure I struggled with it, but that's because I just, like, struggled in general on that game. I fucking hated that game. The details in this game are just unnecessary sometimes, but it's honestly kind of part of its charm. Why can you see this dude's butt crack? Yeah. Oh, that was dumb. That was really dumb. Wait. Why did I do that? I knew what I was doing. And yet. Bro. Gorabizo literally said, "It is right up ahead." And I said, "Bet," and jumped down off the fucking ledge, like a dummy. Bro. Wait, I actually can't... I have to... Yeah, I have to, like, go back through that room now. Because I literally just jumped off the ledge like a dummy. I literally knew where to go, and I still fucking went the wrong way. Bro, I said, "I got this," and then just jumped off the fucking ledge like a dummy. I said, "Whee!" I said, "Whee!" Not DoorDash telling me to order sourdough and co. I don't even know what the fuck that is. See, this is the part I fucking hate about this dungeon, because why are we like this? Does anybody actually enjoy walking on these walls as slow as a fucking sloth? Does anybody actually enjoy this part of this fucking dungeon? Whee! Whoa. Human? What business does a human have coming here? None! No business! I know! It's so annoying! This is a forbidden place. I will protect this treasure from you. Isn't this the same music that plays in the mini-boss of, Snow Peak as well? Ow. Oof. Ow. I'm bad at this! Whee! Let's do the Bowser toss! Woo! Well. Yup! Yoinkaroonies. Wham, 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 wham. Ow. He still knocked me anyway? Bowser toss. I do feel a bit bad for this guy. Like, I do. Just a little bit. Aww. I was so close, bro. Oh. That's fine. Whatever. But he really thought throwing a human into lava was the best solution to this. Like... that hurt a lot. Who knew that humans were capable of such feats of strength? I like that his face looks a lot like, Yunobo from Breath of the Wild. That he's just this silly, goofy-looking Goron. Maybe you are going to see the patriarch of our tribe. So that is why you were here. In that case, take the weapon of the hero of the past. But in exchange, you must save the patriarch of our tribe. That's what I'm here for, bro. What's the point of locking the doors? Also, this Goron's fucking huge. With skills like yours, even the patriarch can be brought back to his senses. Take the hero's weapon and save our patriarch. Thanks, man. Ellie, I've had one specific OC on my brain for the past 2 days, and I really need to commission you to draw him, but I also don't know if you want me to commission you a second time when you still have an ongoing commission. I forgot this isn't Breath of the Wild. I can't just, like, move with it. Why'd they make the Beamos look like this anyway? Didn't the Beamos have, like, a super, like, janky design previously? Although I guess I think Beamos were primarily in, like, the Toon games. That's probably why they look so different in this game. They're, like, just... I don't know. And then you, like, never see them again after, like, the Snow Peak Temple. I think that's, like, the last place you see them. You see them, like, here in Snow Peak, and then, like, the Cave of Ordeals, and I think that's literally all that... They're the only places you see these things. Also, Twilight Link is, like, so fucking strong for no reason. Yeah, I made my brain rot for this character a little bit heavier yesterday because after stream I decided to reread what I had written for like I did these like little mini stories. It's a collection of mini stories that I was planning on releasing alongside Primordial Life. And the only reason it is finished. I did finish writing it. Icarus was the last one I needed to write, and he's the one that's been on my brain. But I did finish writing it at some point, and the only reason I haven't done anything with it yet is because, number one, I feel like you kind of want the context from Primordial Life anyway, and that one's not published yet. But two, I wanted to still do art for it, and I haven't done that yet, because I haven't drawn a lot of art for Primordial Life. So, I need to do that at some point. Probably after Art Fight, I'll do that. And then when I do that, I want to get more art, but because I've got that whole mini story, I want to find more people that I can, like, commission to draw him, that'll, like, read his little mini story that I've written. I commissioned somebody to do, like, a surprise rendered commission, and, I'm really excited, because I said to them, like, hey, I do also have, like, a mini story if you're interested in reading it, and they said, yes, please send it to me, and I really hope that they do actually read it, because I'm so excited for that. Like, I love the idea of somebody actually reading these little mini stories about my characters and choosing to, like, draw for it. I have to ask, there's an artist that I've commissioned a couple times who really loves reading the character lore, so I told them just to surprise me with something, and I asked them if they wanted to read Cedric's little story when I did that, and they agreed, and they made such a cute piece for it. They even implemented this cute little piggy plushie that gets mentioned in the story, which is how I know they read through it. It even has a little quote that references something that happens in the little mini story, and I'm like, bro, my favorite thing ever! I love it so bad. It's so cool getting to write about my OCs in general, but, like, having people actually read it and do art for it is so cool! And yeah, I know it's paid art, not like fan art or whatever, but I don't care. I don't need fan art. I want to pay people to draw for my characters, especially if they're willing to read it first. Like, you are here at last. I heard that you might pay a visit, young human. I am farsighted in things. There you go. The last key shard. Combine all 3 shards. Da-da-da-da! I hate that you get the key so goddamn early and then you're still stuck with so much left in the dungeon because this dungeon is so unbelievably long for no goddamn reason. If you use that key, you can open the room where Darbus, the tribal patriarch, is being held. Who knows how powerful Darbus is in his new grotesque form? But I suppose I should trust your power, considering you came this far. Hurry now, to the patriarch's room. Thanks. Go back to your meditation, man. Yeah, he's got quite a bit of lore. Icar's got some tragedy. So, the little, like, mini-story that I wrote about him is going over the fact that, so, in the current time, he's an investigator. There was, like, a war in this story way, way before the current storyline takes place, and this war was between the angels who were created to protect the people and these angels who, like, defected for reasons that nobody knows. So they have, for whatever reason, these angels that just turned against the other angels. They're all meant to protect the people, and yet, for some reason, this group of angels, the eldest of the angels, suddenly started teaming up with the demons and just slaughtering people. And this war took place because these angels that defected were incredibly strong. They were stronger than normal, and they were teaming up with a gigantic horde of demons that even they don't know, like, where did they come from? They just suddenly had a massive horde following them. So, these little mini-story that I wrote takes place during the time of the war instead of, like, the current day where the story takes place, the main story, the main book. The main book series takes place, like, long after the war has already ended. But in the current day, Icar is a investigator trying to figure out what happened to angels who never made it back from the war, ones who disappeared and were believed to be dead. And, I kept forgetting that I forgot for a second I had to parry that with a shield. So his little story, it follows what he was up to during that war. He was a bit preoccupied because at the time the war started, he had twin babies he had to deal with. And then his wife and his twins, one of the twins, went missing, and he didn't know what happened to them, but he was trying to find them. They ended up... Oh. Oh! They ended up, winning against the tainted, the defective angels. All of them ended up dead. They confirmed the deaths of, like, all except for 2 of the defective angels. So they ended up succeeding, but... Oops. But at the time of the war, Iker was, despite being like a Reaper, being exceptionally strong and being a very strong fighter, he actually wasn't fighting in the war because he was trying to protect his family. It just so happened at the time the war broke out, his wife was already expecting, and they just ended up having to, like, try and keep themselves safe, basically, protect themselves during this war. And then the village got attacked by one of the defective angels, and when Iker returned back after confronting this defective angel, his wife and one of the twins was gone. The other twin was just kind of hidden under the bed, like she was just kind of hastily stuffed down there. She was an infant at the time. And so he took the remaining child and just, like, fled to try and get back to the rest of the angels, the ones that were, you know, not defective. He was trying to get back to the God of Death and just try to, like, join the fight. But mostly it's because it was safer for his family that way, for his remaining daughter. He wanted to make sure she was safe. So it follows that journey as, like, the things that happen when he, like, from when he leaves home to when he, I don't like this. I don't like this. Yeah, it follows him with his daughter, and then everything that happens after the fact. I feel like I have trouble articulating the story, but, yeah, the little mini story, it's not just Iker. It's 3 different compilations of mini stories. It's Iker, Vin, and Drevis. Drevis is actually not in Primordial Life Book 1. It's just kind of like a prelude for something that's going to be relevant in Book 2. So I wanted to include it. That's why I didn't want to release it before Book 1, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Vin is one of the main characters of Primordial Life, like the main series, so I just wanted to have some additional context, because while Vin is a main character, they are not the main character. Lewis is the main character of the trilogy. Or at least of Book 1. I haven't decided the full trilogy yet, I still haven't figured out what the 3rd book necessarily is going to be like, in terms of who's going to be the main character and that kind of thing. But, I've definitely developed a lot beyond what's necessary for Book 1, so I gotta figure out how I want Book 2 to be like. I do know what characters are going to be more prevalent in Book 2, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. And the war is something that's kind of briefly mentioned in Paranormal Geek. That story does, like, pretty distinctly cover the war in the fact that these angels that died, most of them died during the war. There's a few exceptions, but for the most part, they died during the war. So I wanted to have these little mini-stories as, like, these are something that happened during the war. Originally, it was going to be 4 stories. It was going to include Sin as well, and then I couldn't come up with anything that I necessarily wanted to discuss with Sin that wasn't already mentioned in other people's stories anyway. And I get that maybe it's like, it would be better if I did have something Sin-specific, but I also don't necessarily feel like it's needed, because a lot of Sin's story is kind of interwoven in the main book series anyway, and also partially mentioned in Paranormal Geek as well, just through the fact that you've got Sin's deceased wife, who is a very big topic in both Paranormal Geek and also in the book, the main book. That's a pretty big plot point in Book 1. Not plot point, I guess, but it's just like a something that gets brought up on more than one occasion in the initial book. I definitely need to, like, finish book 1. Technically, it is finished. It's just, like, just the art that needs done. And then I, again, want to, like, beta read that. I want to have some more eyes on it. I want to get one more person other than Sonic on that. But the biggest things I'm worried about with that is just grammar and, like, just generally just making sure it makes sense, because the first version of the book was so fucking bad. The first version of the book is just completely different, and it's really bad. Yeah, there's a lot that a lot of lore that I think about that's definitely not necessary to include in the book, and I'm well aware of that, but that's why I like doing, like, little mini-stories and stuff here and there wherever I can, just to try to explore those things that don't necessarily need to be told in the story, because it is good to have that information and to know that those kinds of information about the characters, especially if I want, like, to buy art or something of my characters, you know? Some people do really want that information. I really want that information when I'm drawing characters. I like having that information. I like being able to know about the characters, you know? So having that information readily available so that I can share it with people who are interested is just kind of like a good thing in general. I do hope that I do hope other people other than myself will also enjoy these stories, but I do like rereading them myself. Like, I really enjoyed rereading what I had written about these little mini-stories yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Wait, my favorite artist is doing Ko-Fi bus sketches. Y'all mind if I just, like, fucking pay them real quick? To buy some quick little chibis? I have to. I have to. You guys understand, right? Surely you understand. I already knew they were going to. They asked if... They made a post today about, would y'all be down for that? And I'm like, I will always be down for that. Hello. Yes, please. Please. Who should I get? Who should I get? I should get the characters that I want to get attacked the most on Arcfight right now. I should get... How much do I want to drop right now? How much money do I want to spend on this? How many bus sketches should I buy? The choices. I can definitely afford it. If I can fucking figure out how to get back there. Whee! I'm excited! We're gonna do Ulysses and Candy and Icar. Oh, you know, but I should get Lewis too. I love how I'm gonna send one furry and then I'm gonna send 3 humans. That's so random. Back in the day... Oh boy. You're getting donuts from candy shops? What? I'm confused. Huh? What you talking about? Which characters am I gonna commission today? You know, I'm a little art muncher. I'm a serial commissioner. I will commission so many fucking people. I already dropped money on like 3 artists today. Like, come on. Come on. I also don't remember the last time I've had Fizzy draw any of my Primordial Life characters. I need to get more chibis from them. This is probably the only way I'm going to get any art from them at the moment, aside from my VTuber, because I don't think they like doing more than one commission for a client at a time. So, like, if I already have one commission for a chibi, they don't want to do another chibi until after they finish the first one, which makes perfect sense to me. But that being said, that does mean that I can't do a lot in terms of, like, I want to get more chibis. I have more chibis that I need to get. I like making my chibis the main icon for my Toy House profiles. I just think it looks nice that they're all cohesive and stuff, you know? Fizzy probably thinks I'm insane right now for immediately buying 4 of their fucking bust sketches the minute that I saw that post. Like... Especially because they want them to be separate, so I just commission 4 of them at a fucking time. That does mean I'm gonna open their stream on mute. I'm gonna lurk on their stream on mute instead of watching my own stream. So, you guys will have to forgive me. I bet you Fizzy's is probably just like, oh boy, them again. Oh man, I sometimes wonder if they get annoyed by me. I know that's an insane thing to say. I'm spending money on them. I'm sure they don't mind. But at the same time, I do sometimes wonder, do they get irritated with me sometimes? Do they get annoyed when I suddenly just start spamming them with fucking bust commissions every time they do these Ko-Fi streams?
I have a lot of points.
Do they get annoyed with me, I wonder? Is it frustrating? Ah, stuck. But at the same time, I also have to remind myself, I'm sure it doesn't bother them, both because I'm paying them, I'm a paying client, but also, I'm, like, the most patient and, like, not, like, I don't rush anybody. I literally don't even message for updates. Most of the time, I literally won't think about the commission at all. I won't pay attention to the fact that something's coming late or whatever. Can we just chill your beans, would you? Jesus. Okay. But I also have to keep reminding myself, like, I never ask for changes on these commissions. Can we, like... Okay. This is dumb. Attack the fucking Bulbin, not the wall. For fuck's sake, bro. Hi, Ollie. I was just talking about going on a commission spree. My favorite artist is doing $10 bust sketches right now, and I immediately just dumped 40 bucks on them. They do also live on their art. I do know that. I don't think they have a full-time job. They're on, Tumblr. Actually, well, they do theirs, so... They do their streams on Ko-Fi. Not their streams. They do their, so you have to, like, tip them on Ko-Fi to get it. I can send it to you. Very worth it. But basically what it is, you send them a character ref, and $10 on Ko-Fi, and you get a bust sketch of your character. Highly recommend them. They're very good. But they're streaming it on Twitch as well. So I'm watching it on Twitch. I'm just lurking in their stream while I'm doing my live. So if you do commission them, let me know and I'll tell you when they start drawing Leah. That's honestly valid. I've had a rough day. I've had a really rough day. That's why I decided to just do gaming today. Come on, it's obvious. I'll let you know when they start drawing Leah. They'll probably be right after mine, assuming somebody else doesn't buy one. It's just $10. Yeah, I definitely needed the break today, like, for sure. It was such a long fucking day. Dude, if you want to hear the whole rant, watch the VOD back after the stream, because the first, like, 20-30 minutes is me just fucking rambling about how fucking miserable my day was. It just kept getting worse. It just kept spiraling, man! I didn't even say the half of it in the fucking server. The few times I messaged in the server today were when I was on my break. Because, and Boss has been making it a point to say this too, we need to be better about adhering to our break and lunch schedule, and I know that part of that is aimed at me for sometimes not taking my 10-minute breaks. We get 2 10-minute breaks and a lunch, and I have a habit of sometimes getting so busy that I don't take my 10-minute breaks, and I just take my lunch. That's not how it's supposed to be. You are not supposed to ignore your fucking breaks. That's not good. Oh, I'm gonna... Hey, did you see his forehead? I'm sensing some powerful magic coming out of that shining spot on his forehead. Yeah. Me too, girl. I still have a fairy, so we're good. Oh, not what I meant. Oh, I forget how fucking fast you are until you start dashing. Grab it. Oh yeah, my boss definitely, he very jokingly said I couldn't take time off this week, but I know he's just kidding. I'm one of the people who's always around. I'm always at work, and I'm doing my job constantly. He doesn't have to remind me to do things. The only thing he has to remind me of is sometimes just to make sure I'm taking care of myself, because I need to take a break. Because that is my one habit, is sometimes I just don't take my break. And I need to. He sees me running around the place all fucking day. He knows. He knows. Especially since I run shortages. One of the production teams is right by shipping, and that's usually where he'll be in shipping, because that's the priority department. You know, you want to make sure that our shipments get out the door, because that's where our money is coming from. So he's usually in the shipping department. He'll see me coming through there multiple times a day. And he knows that if I'm not around... Oh shit. I'm about to get stomped. He knows that if I don't show up that much on that line, I'm busy doing other shit, you know? Hi, Belle. You're a little bit later than normal, aren't you? We're doing just a gaming day because I had a really bad day. It was a really, really rough day at work today, so I just needed a gaming day. And I also dropped like $40 on some bust commissions from my favorite artist, because they do these like bust commissions like once a blue moon. Oh, God, for real. I can't overstate how much I heard over and over and over from multiple different people how much they fucking missed me when I was in Malaysia. Because everybody fucking missed me when I was in Malaysia. Because only when I'm gone do they realize how much I do. Boss knows how much I do, no matter what. He already doesn't like when I take a couple days off because I'm so fucking busy all the time. You can put it on, you can put it on, like, Google Drive. That's what I would do. I use Toy House links personally, but since you don't use Toy House, you could do, you could just do, like, a Google Drive or a OneDrive link. As long as it's shareable and public, you can just link it that way. Well done! Now we have 2 fused shadows. You know, you've been very helpful so far, so as a reward, I'll tell you an interesting story. Zant. That's the name of the King of Darkness who cast this pall of shadows over your world. He's very strong. You would be nothing to him in your current state. But Zant will never be my king. I have nothing but scorn for his supposed strength. Not that your Zelda is much better. It still appalls me that this world of light is controlled by that princess. A carefree youth, a life of luxury. How does that teach duty? But I guess I shouldn't begrudge her circumstances of her life. She didn't choose it after all, and I would never wish harm on her. No, as long as I can get my hands on the few shadows, I'll be just fine. Well, just one more left, shall we? Oh, and Ollie, that artist is the one I'm commissioning for my VTuber model, so if you want to check out their stream, even if you just wait until it gets to Leah, you can see how their model, like their model's pen follows where they're drawing. Mine's gonna have that. Mine's gonna have pen tracking, just like their model. It's so good! If they're still live by the time I end stream, I'll definitely raid them, because it's very rare that they stream. I'm really excited. I do have the sketches of my model, and I'm really excited to get him. He looks so cute. Huh? What am I doing here? Oh, my head, it aches. Want to go outside? Are you all done here? Yep. We did pick up a heart, right? We did, right? I did. I definitely did. Heroic Link. North of here, across the plain and past the Great Stone Bridge and the lands guarded by the spirit Leneru, you shall find one who you seek. Link. Ilya. You've got to save Ilya. Those monsters left me with the other kids, but they must have taken her somewhere else. Whenever I thought I couldn't go on, I would think of you and Ilya and hold on, Link. See, I'm fine now. Remember what I told you back in Origin, Link? When I grow up, I'm gonna be just like you, Link. So you don't have to worry about me anymore. Go help Ilya. Leave the children to me. I will watch over them, I swear it. Do not let their fates trouble you. Go to those who need you. In Hyrule, countless tales are told to the ancient hero, and your deeds bring them all to mind. May the graces of the great goddesses who shaped Hyrule bear you on your way. I love that the kids mimic them. It's so cute. It's gonna be my favorite part of that scene. It's just adorable. Like, you can't tell me those kids are more than, like, 8, 9, or 10 years old. They're just cute. They're really cute. Oh, yeah, we have to go to Barnes. Hold on. I should have parked her by Barnes. It won't let you tip them? Why not? I've never had any problems on Ko-Fi before. Want me to put it in for you? I can just do, like, you can either send me the Google Drive link and I can do it that way, or I can just send the ArtFight profile. I feel like ArtFight would work. I can put it in for you. I almost just tipped myself. Like a dumbass. I'm putting it in right now. I don't know why it would give an error. I've never had that problem on Ko-Fi. Their model just did the funniest little jump, and I don't know if that just means they got jump scared or what. Are they gonna banish me into the fucking void? Part of me wants to put in an earbud just so I can see, like, I can listen to what they're saying. Oh my god, I put in their stream in my ear and all I hear is a great fucking song. Oh my god, it's playing Pork Soda! I want to play cool music on my stream, but I also want my VODs to not be muted, so I don't do that. It's playing Pork Soda, bro! Fizzy listens to bangers. Much has happened here, but at last I feel joy beginning to return to this village, thanks to you. Even Talo, who was so saddened by the incident with Colin, has at last recovered his good spirits. That young boy wanted dearly to help, so he keeps watch from the observation platform now. The lookout platform is high above the bomb shop. I'm sure that if you were to go there to speak to Talo, he would be happy. Also, it definitely does call you out. Cat? Cat. We're very grateful to you for saving our chief and our precious mines, brother. We caused a lot of trouble for the people of this town. It is our turn to repay them. Hey, brother, climb up on my back and I will launch you up to the hotel's hot spring. Oh, I'm on my horse's back at the moment. Is what a cat? I don't know what you're calling a cat. What do you mean cat? Me? No. Wait, which model am I even on? I'm on Saul's model, right? Saul is actually a Cody Bundy. But no, he's not a cat. I know. And I know how it is. Everybody's like, what? A Cody. I know that they live in the state that I live in, but I actually don't think I've ever seen one in person. You saved our chief, brother, and we are thankful. Now we are able to come back down to the village again. Yeah. Since this town was also attacked, I figured the townsfolk would need supplies, so my son and I brought some things down, brother. At night, my son opens up a shop down below. You should stop by sometime, brother. Yippee! They're drawing Ulysses! Let's go, Fizzy! Let's go! Oh, a good warm soak is just what my muscles need before evening falls, brother. I sell stuff across the bomb shop at night. I hope to see you there, brother. Do you think that means the Gorons don't sleep, by the way? I keep forgetting I don't have a paraglider. I can't just, like, go down there. I will get hurt if I jump down. Whee! Everybody's always like, a what? Whenever I say that he's a Cody. Fizzy is slowly compiling all my references because I'm psychotic. Oh boy. Being on somebody else's stream while I'm streaming is probably not the best thing in the world, but I don't care. I need this today. Hey now, bud. How about this now? Yep, I finally managed to get my numbers together and open up a shop again. A bomb. Well, sort of. I guess I've only got one type of bomb, but hey, that's one more than none, right? If only my storehouse had survived. Hey, ain't as bad as all that. I'll add more types as we go. Now, for now, have yourself a look-see to see what we got so far. I don't have a... What's this now? You ain't got a bomb bag for carrying bombs, huh? They also have the same hydrate alert, and it scared the shit out of me! I thought one of you redeemed my drink alert because it went off on Fizzy's stream in my ear. That scared me. Yeah, I'll take your premium kit, thank you. That's right, now I get to taste the true height of perfection with my finely crafted bombs. Oh, and you can combine bombs and arrows to make bomb arrows for when you need ranged explosives. They really are! They really are! Which is also a reminder, is Icar's new ref not on a Toy House?
Does it mean the avians in Wisthold also have fragile bones?
Where did that come from? We weren't even talking about Wisthold. Huh? They just voluntarily picked the wrong ref, I guess. I don't really care which ref they use, to be fair. It's just a bust. It changes nothing. Why did I hear an alert noise but nothing happened is a crazy statement. That's funny. Not busy not knowing what the hell is going on. That's so funny. Should we tell them? Should we tell them? I'll send you a letter with the details later so you can read about it at your leisure. Thanks. Was the wind. Wow, look, notice how it's 4 of them are mine? Their follow noise is the same as their ko-fi noise. That would scare the shit out of me. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you just drop on by anytime.
You mentioned the Tubercaropter is a real-life animal, so it got me wondering about the other bird-like characters.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, I guess. I don't have a lot of bird characters, so I haven't thought much about any of their stuff, to be honest. I just was confused because why we started talking about birds when birds were not mentioned. Birds not mentioned? It looks like he's already started selling them again. You should try out Barnes brand bombs sometime, brother. Say, brother, if you ever want to get on the roof of the store, I can launch you up there. What do you say to that? Climb up, brother. Yep. Let's go, brother. Set me up! Whee! Oh my god! Not enough motion. Set me up again! I'm a dummy, I have to tilt forward, otherwise I just fucking fall and hit the ground. Did they even put Leah's ref up? I made sure I sent the right link. I just used Artfight as the link. Which, honestly, that's a good option too. I didn't even think about that until I went to go send it. I was like, oh wait, I could just use Artfight. I heard this town was also attacked by beasts and that it had met with a terrible fate. It's shameful that we were so concerned with ourselves that we did not even help them. I'm helping the little human up above. Keep watch to help relations between Kakariko Village and our people on Death Mountain. Thanks for hanging out, Bob. Want to check out the view from up top? It's pretty amazing scenery, brother. Climb up on my back and take a look. Oh no, did they really? I wasn't paying attention. Well, I guess that does make sense though, because it is a bust. It's just a headshot. So I guess they don't really need more than her face. Oh, yeah, that's fair. I mean, to be fair, that's 5 ko-fis all from me. Because the last one, it looks like Leah is mine. I did mention as a note, it was not my character. Link, check me out. I'm up here keeping watch for the whole town. Yeah, more monsters trying to attack. I'm gonna be ready. I'll shout my head off and warn everybody. Ah, gee, but if I had a bow, then I could just sit up here and shoot all those nasty monsters. Oh, hey, I know, Link. You could show me how to use one. Come on, please. Just show me how you shoot a bow, Link, okay? Yes! That's honestly very valid, yeah. Okay, Ball's down there in front of the spring, so go down and find him and then show me from there. Okay, but can you really use a bow? I've never seen you so much as hold a bow back in Orton. Whatever. First off, shoot through that. I almost just shot at Renato. Ugh. Why is Renato just standing there? I guess that one was a bit on the easy side. Fine, how about that? Oh, yeah, nope. There you go. Up here! Try to hit this pole! I fucking hate this, bro. I fucking hate this. I hit it on the first try! Yeah! Let's go! You hit it! You hit it! Thanks, Link! Oh, I guess you have a little bit of skill when you concentrate. Looks like you've left some battles behind you. Impressive. Take this. Thanks. Katalu, blah blah blah, yep. Let's see, I suppose I can part with it. So you're just gonna work on both streams, Ollie? Because that's valid. Fizzy's cool. I really like Fizzy. Oh, bro. That's so relatable. I do usually multitask. Not me sometimes being on stream and also simultaneously on VGen looking at commissions. Looking for people to buy art from. Epona! Epona! I need my horsey! Come here, horsey! Oh, right. Oh. No. Wait. It's been 5 million years since I've seen Fizzy draw Ulysses. I'm really excited about it. There's so many characters I want to see Fizzy draw. However, I should probably not drop like $100 on Fizzy right now. I would 100% do it, but I also don't want to overwhelm them, so I probably shouldn't. Mayhaps I shouldn't. Yeah. He's a grumpy man. It's okay. Is he actually grumpy? No. Do I care? Not particularly. It doesn't matter to me. Oh my god, his ears are so floppy. I love it. But yes, I am insane enough to be drawing. Watching art and also playing a video game. And being on stream and talking with the chat. Are these just green gill? I can't remember. I think they're just green gill. No, it's not a hydro bass, okay. I had everybody to hear that. That's so funny, dude. Oh my god. I can't believe I just... Dude. Part of me turned a fucking wolf-rabbit hybrid into a kangaroo is a crazy statement. Holy shit, bro. Losing it right now. A kangaroo is crazy. Oh boy. Oh my god. Nah, last time I was watching Fizzy do the Ko-Fi streams, it was when I was doing, I think it was, last time it was, I believe this was the stream where I had commissioned, or did the busts, tips for Munu, Saul, and Khan, and, they said something, I don't remember exactly what they said, but something that they said made me wonder if they were, like, really annoyed by the fact that I commissioned them all the time. But thinking back on it now, I'm pretty sure they were just making a remark about how my characters were so familiar to them, they're surprised they need a ref. And I don't know why I took it negatively at the time, because it definitely was not anything that they said that was negative, you know? That's so fair, Lizzie. Mr. Link, way! It's only 6 for me, so I'll be online for another hour. Greetings, Mr. Link. I have come to deliver a letter. There is a letter for you. Link, 2 letters, in fact. Yeah, one of them's from Barnes. Oh, my business is concluded. Onward to mail. I'm assuming the other one's at Woko. Oh, yeah. There's a sundry shop in Kakriko. If you haven't already been by to look, I have an item that isn't available anywhere else. Come by before someone else snatches it. And please, no window shoppers. Thank you for your patronage. Enjoy the power of our bombs. Not only if you place and throw our bombs, but they can be combined with the bow by going to the item screen and creating bomb arrows. Try it. Try it today. Why did the bomb thrower move so fucking close to me? Wait, she's Fizzy's making Ulysses look so good. I don't know what their preferred pronouns are right now, actually. Fizzy is gender fluid, and they switch pronouns all the time. I don't know which one they're using at the moment, but, Ulysses is looking so freaking gorgeous right now. Like, he's so pretty. He's so pretty. Oh, and Fizzy will post them on Tumblr afterwards, so I'll just, like, save it and send it to you. That way you don't have to, like, go to their Tumblr. I'm assuming you don't use Tumblr, so... Oh my god. I can send it in the server. Or are you talking about wanting to see the sketch that they're working on? I'll send that in the server too, regardless, but... But their Twitch is just Pop Fizzles. So you can always check out their stream if you want. In fact... One second. I can give a shout out. Yeah. If it'll even let me. It's not gonna let me. I was gonna shout them out. But it's not letting me. Yeah, I forgot their Twitch isn't actually just Pop Fizzles, because normally they do Pop Fizzles everywhere, but I think that maybe their username was taken? Okay, yeah, it worked. It was saying nothing was found, so I got confused, but yeah, no, it's working, so...
Whoa, any people...
Whoa, didn't mean to do that. But yeah, there you go. They're live right now! Yeah, I forgot they're not just Pop Fizzles on here. Twitch is the one place where they have to change their username slightly. Whap whap. Okay. Whee! And... whee! Where do I have a message? Oh. We good. Ulysses is looking so fucking pretty, dude. He's so pretty! Fizzy always does so much justice to all of my characters. I believe it was Fizzy's art that actually made me realize that the way I was drawing Munu's hair was actually just like my style of dreadlocks, and I just never noticed it because I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing with his hair. I don't know if that's what younger me was actually planning with his hair. I don't think it was. I think I just wanted poofy hair, but them being dreads makes perfect sense, and I don't know why I didn't do that myself. Wait. I think there's a bug on this bridge. Unless I'm thinking of the Lake of Hylia bridge. But I think it's this one. No, it's definitely not this bridge. There's no way. You wouldn't be able to have a bug on this bridge because... Right. This is the bridge that you have to, like, use the statue to make a platform to get some... Right. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking of the Bridge of Hylia then. Unless it is on this side and I just wasn't paying attention. But I think it is the Lake of... I think it is Bridge of Hylia. Hana being like, where did you go, Link? Why did you do this? Not me thinking that I had to, like... My brain was thinking, oh, I have to, like, the Shadow Beasts are gonna show up, and then I keep forgetting. I think they show up after you blow this up, right? Yeah. If they're still live by the time that I get off in an hour, I will definitely raid Fizzy. But I'm also curious, if I raid them, what are they gonna say? They know who I am. They know who I am. Just because I commission them all the fucking time. There's no way they don't recognize my username. Not to mention, I also bought 4 fucking busts for myself and another for a friend. So... He's so cute. He's so gorge right now. Like, that's my old man! That's my old wolf man! Just doing this so it's easier later. I always forget to knock them out when they first show up, and it's a pain in the ass, because then you have to walk all the way back here when you finally find the fucking bridge. And you have to remember to walk from this side, which is the longer side. It's easier to teleport to Kakariko than it is to teleport all the way to Zora's Domain, and then jump back down. Zora's Domain or Hyrule Castle. They're both not close. You have to make quite the trek to get there. It's a pain in the ass. Bro! Twitch thinks that you have actual kids. That's what it is. Ellie, what the fuck does that mean? Ah, we're finally here. There's only one few shadow left, so this is the last of the Twilight you'll see, I guess. Whether or not you accomplish your final task and survive is up to you. So what will you do? Gee, as if there's a choice. God, Ulysses is looking so gorge, dude. Want me to let you into the Twilight? I wonder... I forgot to ask Fizzy. But I wonder if when they do my model, if they're gonna make Khan's ears twitch like their model does. I love seeing the movement of their ears. Alright then, I guess I'll have to help you. But what a shame this is the last of the Twilight. I had become so fond of seeing it covering this world. Or is it really the last you'll see? So, shall we get going? I really hope his ears twitch, but I did not ask and I don't expect it. So, I'm just really excited to see it. Like, I'm really excited. I will say, I'm also really excited for the pet toggle. The pet toggle, he looks so fucking cute. I still have to figure that out logistically, how that's going to work when I have the VTuber pet toggle, because it's going to be different. But Link, can you at least promise me this? Just come home safely. Yeah, I don't really need the youth scent anymore. You smell the girl, don't you? I can tell by the look on your face. Well, good, it's another clue then. But the scent could be quite old. I wonder if she's still alright. Wrong way. Hey, haven't we seen this castle before? So we finally made it back here. Well, only a little farther, so hang in there. Or so I'd like to say, but the going's a lot harder from here on out. Alright then, let's get started. Yeah, this one I feel like sucks just because you have to go so far before you even find the light spirit, and then you have to go running around this whole fucking map again. But that's probably why it wants to give you Ilia's scent so early, so that you can actually follow the scent, find where you need to go first. Because you have to go find Ilia's scent. That's how you're going to learn about the Spirit Spring location. It's also been a million years since Fizzy's drawn Lewis. They've drawn them exactly twice, and I think both of them were for Art Fight. One of them I have printed out on my wall as like a little photo card. Oh my god, Lewis looks so pretty. I love Fizzy's art, man. I love Fizzy's art so bad. Hey, so did you hear? They say that Zora child collapsed near here. I thought Zoras were typically found up north, right? I wonder why one comes down here. Well, I heard that he was taken to the bar on the other side of the southern road. The bar? You mean Telma's place? She's got it rough. Wait, really? I have it turned down really low, so I can't even hear it. What? Chicken Little? How do you remember that? I know I've watched Chicken Little. I don't remember anything about that movie. At least they're not playing their fucking ADHD bullshit playlist, because holy shit, that playlist overstimulates me. Bro. Your movement is so rushed and disorganized. Maybe we should go to the Central Plaza to perform reconnaissance. First the tent up on the southwest street makes me suspicious. Isn't the crowd in this other street? All the kittens can't get through. What's happening? I really want to take a bath. I had to talk to the cats. You guys know this. I heard a boy passed out. When? Where? I don't know. Whoa! This boy, can you save him? All right, little lady, try to settle down, okay? I just sent for the doctor. This is strange, a child of the Zoras. I wonder if this is all related to the incident the soldiers were talking about in back. Aw, what an emotional reunion. Yes, a girl and her wolf. Sorry, but you know how it goes. These folks can't see you either. Had a ton of complaints from citizens who can't send prayers to the spirit spring of Lake Hylia. Go there. The location is the one I showed you on the map earlier. Got it? These guys are idiots. What? Study and known well. I've received orders from above to investigate why we can't go to the spirit spring in Lake Hylia. Got that? God, Lewis is looking so pretty. So what the soldier by the spring said, that was the truth? I have a limited supply of hot spring water. The race goes to the swift, as it is said. No pushing. If you want hot spring water, form one line. Soon I shall make a killing off this town. Do we think this is Twilight Princess's version of Tingle, by the way? This man right here? I can't zoom in, so. This part used to stress me out as a kid. Hey, do you smell anything funny? The fact that we just stand there and let it happen, man. Like, yeah, this is doofus number one and doofus number misses. I don't know. Oh no, we're trapped! Get out of here! Not you yawning, girl. It really is depressing seeing Lake Hylia look like this. Phew, that was a close one. I'm lucky there was a puddle down below, huh? So this is Lake Hylia, but there's so little water. Sounds like the Spirit Spring should be somewhere around here as well. Anyway, let's take a look around. The drop in water has been faster than predicted. At this rate, Lake Hylia will dry up. It's a race against time. We've had absolutely no water flowing from upstream. There's no mistaking it. Something must have happened at the water source in our home's Rose domain. Yet, how are we going to return upstream to our home? With the way things are now, we can't even walk back there. I don't know. I'm too old for this. Fire and Falvey's Watertop Land of Fantastication. It's our grand reopening at our new lake bottom location. Yeah, nice lake. Don't lakes have more, I don't know, water? Did the Zoras who live upriver do something? Or is it a curse from that spirit that floats around up there? Whatever, it's not like I can go up and complain. That's way too high. What's that? A customer? Yikes, it's a monster! Is it playing Nickelback on Fizzy's stream right now, or am I imagining that? I think that's Nickelback. It's so faint, I can barely hear it. Oh, is it? I feel like I'm hearing Nickelback, but I don't know a lot of Nickelback. I just know that Nickelback has a distinct voice, you know? Yeah, I don't think I know it. Hey, stop it! I'm your new master now. Settle down. Hey, why don't we use this guy to get us all the way to the lake's water source? I feel like talking aloud, specifically Midna's voice, is actually kind of grating on my throat. I can only speak as Midna for so long because I raise the pitch of my voice when I do that. Hey, watch it! Ah! I'm really good at hitting walls in this section. Really good at hitting walls, you guys. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, we're already here? That bird turned out to be more useful than I expected. Well then, where's the village of the Zoras? Let's look for it. It's getting cold. Hurry up! I mean, what are those Zoras up to anyway? The rivers run totally dry, right? They can't work like this. Cold. I miss my fur coat. How does she not notice there's fucking ice under, like, where the river used to be, you know? Yeah. Oh, hey, what's going on here? I thought it was getting colder, but who would have thought that it would be all frozen? This is the Zora village, right? Why don't I see any of them? Well, anyway, let's check things out. Let's find the Zoras. Gee, I wonder why we don't see the Zoras. I wonder. I think we can get up from here. Let's go. That's so real. It's funny, I said earlier I have a Dr. Pepper and a Mountain Dew, and I was like, I don't need both, but I actually have been switching between both every time I take a drink. The portal is open here too. We can finally warp. If you want to breathe the air of the world of light for a moment, let me know. I'll take you there. Yeah, we do need to do that. Huh? What is it? Yeah, let's warp. I know where we need to warp to, my dude. My lady. Miss ma'am. Oh yeah, these guys don't give a shit about a wolf being here. You can't listen to them either, so they don't say anything to you. This thing has been here for a while now, but it's still pretty hot. As big and hot as it is, it might be enough to melt the ice in Zora's domain, don't you think? God, Lewis is looking gorgeous. I don't know. See, the thing with the Goron and the Rock, it makes me wonder, because we don't get any specific lore in this game about how Gorons, like, exist, you know? I think the Ocarina of Time lore, is it Ocarina? I don't know. One of the games does specifically say they're, like, born out of rock, right? So, my thing with it is it possible that this Goron just, like, was in wherever, like, in the mines or something, like, somewhere where that rock came from? Because the rock came from somewhere. Maybe he was just there, and he was, like, asleep for a long time in the rock or something, or, like, I don't know. I don't think he says anything about how he got in there, so who knew that something so dangerous would come in handy? Alright, the Zoras are safe now, so let's go. The ice melted and restored the water flow to normal. Can we finally meet the spirit of Lake Hylia? Oh, yeah, guys, I'm so dumb. I didn't even show you guys. The Zoras were under the ice. I totally didn't even think about I just was like, I was on autopilot, just like, okay, I know what to do next. I didn't even use my senses to show everybody that the fucking Zoras were under the ice before I fucking melted the ice. Oh, you know. That's why they're all exhausted. Because they were all frozen. Was I unconscious? Are you okay? What about those in the waterfall pool? Wait. Rutella's song is probably one of my favorite tracks of this game. Please, you must allow me to thank you for revitalizing both my people and this spring, which is the water source for all the lands of Hyrule. In life, I was the elder of this Zora village and the queen of my people. I was called Brutella. Not to be rude, we didn't exactly do it for you guys. The Dark Ones, they raided this village and, as a message to my people, executed me before them. Young man, you who take the form of a proud beast, I have something to ask of you. When the Dark Ones descended upon our village, I sent my young one, Browis, to Hyrule Castle to inform Princess Zelda of her fate. But I fear danger followed him from this doomed place. I feel that his presence grows fainter to me over time. But my time in this world has passed, and though I would give it to you gladly, I no longer have a life to risk in his rescue. Please, would you save my dearest Prince Rallis? If you do this thing, I will bestow upon you the protection of water. This power will grant you the ability to swim and respire in very deep water as if you were a Zora. Please, save my son. So if we help her, she'll grant you the power to swim in deep water like a Zora, huh? So, what do you say, hero? Oh, but now that you think about it, I don't suppose you should meet the prince as a wolf, huh? So, no hurry to return you to the world of light then, huh? Oh, I just realized Fizzy did switch to the correct ref sheet. Originally, Fizzy pulled the old ref and then changed it to the new one. I just looked down, they're doing Icar now, and it's the current ref. Looks like the shock of that impact not only raised the water level, but sped up the flow, too. This water should flow all the way down to the lake. Why didn't you just let it take you there? Yeah. Aren't you awake yet? Look, we got washed all the way down to Lake Hylia, just as I predicted. And it looks like we're right in front of the Spirit Spring to boot. Talk about lucky. Well, let's go. Snap out of it and get to the Spirit. I am the last of the spirits of light consumed by Twilight. Hero, chosen one of the gods, you have done well to make it this far. Gather my scattered spirit tears of light that were stolen by shadow. Gather them in this. I am sure you know by now the forms that these dark insects take when they steal our light. In the shadow realm of Twilight, the insects are invisible like the humans of this world. Collect my light, lift the final cloud of Twilight that threatens to cover all of Hyrule. Well, the water is at least flowing again, but it's a little vigorous. We need to check and see if the places that take their water from here have been affected. Well, I thought the Zoras don't care about the bug. Oh my god, Busy's drawing my saddled man with a big old smile on his face. I fucking love that. Yes! Let's go! Let the saddled man be happy. Him when he sees candy, for real. Oh. Not our prince, too. No, it's better not to even think of such unlucky thoughts. Attacked by the shadow beasts, volcanic boulders in the throne room? What in the world is going on? So they do acknowledge the volcanic boulder I threw into the fucking domain. It'd be nice if the search parties of the prince would make it back safely. But Tyrellis is so young to think the queen. Ugh. If we fracture our troops' strength with too many parties searching for the prince, our guard here will be too thin. I don't think I've ever actually talked to those Zora before. The ones down here. Well, I've talked to this one, but... It appears that the cave to Snow Peak is still frozen over. I suppose we'll have to wait a bit longer. I don't really know why you're worried about Snow Peak. Hey, we can climb up from here. Oh my god. I look down and I look back at Fizzy's stream and oh my poor old man, he looks so cute. He looks so young and youthful in that drawing. It's insane. Oh, he's perfect. I have accidentally launched myself down this specific spot trying to get this bug. It was very dumb of me, and I don't know how I managed to do it, because it's really not that hard to not fall off. Oops. Oh, I can't get back up this way? That sucks. Whatever. No. But if I'd have realized, I thought that this ledge was something I could jump back onto, so that's why I jumped down, but apparently not. That's fine. I don't really need to be back up anyway. Go ahead, try and dig. I dare you. Hey, if you leave that grass there, the monster bird that was just here should come back. If you can't play it yourself, maybe you can sit there and howl the same song. I don't think I remember what tune this is. Remember? Is this the Wind Waker one? Is that why I never remember what it is? Surely this isn't the Wind Waker one. I just remember I always loved this specific one when I was doing the wolf, but I don't actually remember which song this is. Is this one an Ocarina one, or is this Wind Waker? What's that? A bug? Ew, nasty! Why is it so big? Golly, am I sick of roughing it in these booties? Oh, the Requiem of Spirit. That makes sense. Oh, it probably is that one. It's an Ocarina one, huh? Huh? It's gone? That was nasty. I hope it doesn't come back. Oh, well. Golly, work is tanking just as hard as my personal life these days. I think the Requiem of Spirit is my favorite wolf one. I just think it sounds really good in the wolf howl. But I also think that the one that I recognize the most is Song of Healing. I just love the Song of Healing in general. Oh my god, Icar looks so pretty. Okay, after this segment, I'm gonna be done for the night. Shit. No! That was dumb! After this segment, I'm gonna be done! Hey, careful now. What do you think? Should we try it again? Yeah, of course we should! I fucking hit a wall as soon as I started! This is what I mean when I'm good at hitting walls! I forgot how close the bug was when you go this direction. Oh, fuck! Bitch. This is the portion that I suck at. No! I'm so bad at this. That's also true, yeah. Yeah. I always hated the bird minigame. I've always been so fucking bad at it. I should drop more money on Fizzy's bus sketches. I should, right? I can afford it. I should. Uh-oh. I'm so bad at this. Oh, oh! No, 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 please! Get in front of me, you stupid bug! Get in front of me! I have to get the bug! I don't want to do this again! No! Oh, man. Why is Busy making the funniest fucking noises in my ear right now? Oh, okay. Okay, after I get this last bug, then we'll be done for the night, and I'm gonna raid Fizzy. And hopefully I don't fucking scare them. Oh, it made itself in the middle of the fucking map now? If I hit it and then I fucking fall back down, if I just hit a wall after I grab the bug, I still keep the bug, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure I do. We do hit a lot of walls in this game, huh? Let's go! Why was I trying to go down? That was not very smart of me. Wait, actually, hitting a wall after hitting the bug might be super easy. What if I just... boom. Bye. We're good. Okay. Back in Lake fucking Hylia, man. Oh, that's right. There's one singular fucking bug in Castletown. I completely forgot about that. If I raid Fizzy right now, they're not there. I don't know if that's perfect timing or poor timing. Oops. What was that thing? What thing? Maybe raiding them when they're dealing with a spider is probably a good thing. I could just be there when they come back. Is that the best? Maybe not. But well, customers won't come, even though the water's back. Maybe no one knows. Perhaps I should go tell folks around town. So tired. Thank you. Bye. This is the right way, right? Yeah. Might as well put myself at the castle town and then I'll call it a night. I'll just go into the town though, and then next time we play, I'll get the last light bug that's in Castletown, and then we'll do the last little bit of, you know, clearing the Twilight. No big bug today. No big bug today. We'll get into the town, and then I'm going to ignore the big bug. I'm actually going to ignore the little bug that's in the town as well. We're gonna raid Pop Fizzles, assuming that it lets me, and call it a night. And I'm gonna hang out. I forgot there's a fucking boss or a Shadow Beast thing here. I forgot that there was even like an encounter here because I forgot it doesn't happen the first time. And since it doesn't happen the first time, I was like, oh right, maybe I was misremembering. There's not a portal here. There is indeed a portal here. I'm just not remembering it. Okay. We're done for the night. Alright, we're gonna raid. Alright. We're gonna raid. I'm gonna call it a night. And I should get back to Art Fight tomorrow, assuming I don't have a worse day than today somehow. I shouldn't. But, you know. I guess I wouldn't be surprised if somehow my day is worse, but, you know, it's okay. We will be fine. Enjoy Pop Fizzle's stream. The next character they're going to be drawing is mine. And then I think that's the last one that I bought. Yeah, that's the last one. I bought 4. And then we're going to have Ollie's character Leah as well. And I think they said they only had 3 left, so. Okay. Good night, y'all. Thanks for hanging out.